officially Christmas Eve just now, 12 o'clock a.m. in our neck of the woods, and it's time for the Tiggity Taggity Teamity Stars Talkcast Night Edition.
Here in Night City. Ooh,
Is that? Yes. We are feeling like punks tonight in this cyber world we're living in. This cyber world crafted by COVID. Spending our Christmases indoors, but so much has happened. Despite everything, we keep going. Despite no audience, we keep doing these. David,
Despite no sleep, we keep recording.
yeah, that's why we're doing this super late. Because it's Christmas Eve. If we don't get this done by Christmas, we're buffoons. And I'm not going to get it done by Christmas, so I'm a buffoon. But a lot of stuff happened. Couldn't just ignore this month, despite how busy everything was. I just want to start by talking about the Game Awards happened.
We reacted to it.
And
you know what?
didn't
I haven't watched the full one of those in a while. I
really.
usually skip through it or look at the awards or watch someone else watch it while I'm doing something else, but actually
hate
giving it my
that.
full attention. I
Like,
haven't done that in a while.
it really depends on who you see it, but usually what I do is I'll watch it by myself or maybe with friends while it's going on. And then like later if I see like a YouTuber I follow is like, "Oh, this is my stream uploaded." Like, oh, "Okay, I'll put that on in the background." Like it's always hours of content just to have that extra audio track over it. But it was fun actually recording that. We unfortunately I did not edit it
I
or
did
upload
not.
it. I mean, it's just because by the time I mean it would have to have been like an all-nighter kind of thing, and I didn't get the audio until a few days later. And at that point, I'm just like, does it really matter? Like, no one's gonna see this when it comes out, so it's good that we have the audio though, because we're gonna be talking just to make things easier. We're gonna be talking about it now, and then if a reaction is worth a damn, I'll stick it in here. So, what did happen at the Game Awards?
We had some controversial picks by the critics.
All right, fuck it, Sephiroth's in Smash. Could you imagine Elmo showing off Game of the Year? Oh! Let's see. Let's go,
Where?
baby. Let's go.
Right at the gate. Okay.
It's Jonesy. This would be cool.
Chad Warden.
Already excited. Chad Warden. This again?
They're dying. Again.
Good. They ruined a generation of people. Is there a story DLC? That'd be cool.
Oh. It's got to come with another character.
Oh, Banjo. Fuck yeah.
Who's good enough to slice that shit?
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
Oh my god.
Shut up!
That's crazy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's a genuine reaction if you ever got one, ladies and gentlemen! I fucking love Sephiroth! Oh my god! Shut the fuck up!
Smack despair.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I never saw this coming! I never saw this coming! Oh my god, I'm so glad I have that recorded. Holy shit! Oh fuck! Oh god, One Winged Angels in Smash!
That range though.
Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Ah, come on!
Dude! Oh god! Jeff! You did a good job! Now I can stop watching!
Yeah, that's been our stream, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Oh my god!
Goodness.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Holy shit.
Damn, no one can fucking pop him.
Dude! Holy shit! We killed Mario! Oh!
Oh man!
Sakurai, I'm buying your crappy battle pass now! Woo! Oh my, this is Richter all over again, dude! This is Richter all over again!
Oh shit! Oh wait, no, it's Cloud.
God, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jeff Keighley, for not fucking it up this time.
Oh yeah, that was the first thing that happened, really.
I'll stick it in right after I say that. But I'd lost my fucking mind. I lost my fucking mind.
That's like the most excited I've ever heard you, actually.
It's just, you know, okay, so in Smash Brothers, all of my favorite video game characters are already in that fucking game. So when they pull in like a left field choice, I'm just like, what? Like the exact same thing happened when must have told this already, but when
Richter?
when Simon was announced and I see that blue shirt, like just seeing the blue shirt with the fucking come out of the flames, I immediately screamed at the top of my lungs, Richter! It's Richter! I lost my shit. Oh my god. And so it's like it's the character you never expect. Because a lot of people don't realize this, but in America, Simon's clearly the more popular one. But in Japan, it's Richter. They love Richter over there. He had the best game. Rondo of
Yeah.
Blood's fucking fantastic game.
Richter looks better. Richter is cooler. He
I
has the
have a
story.
theory that he's actually based off of Joseph from JoJo, but it's just a theory.
That that sounds like it fits, actually.
Dude, JoJo was fucking huge when it came out. At least over there. Like so many things were influenced by it, but yeah, man, seeing Sephiroth was just one of those feelings like a character you loved deeply, you thought would never make it into Smash, makes it into Smash. It's so fucking cool. Oh man, and then like Sephiroth
Oh
was
man.
he was the deciding factor in me getting the battle pass. I had to get him so I could do the Sephiroth challenge. And like I was always curious about Steve, but I'm like I just need one more character to push me. But yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome. Go ahead, David. Sorry.
The trailer they did with Sephiroth killing Mario, that screenshot, I died.
And actually,
But it wasn't true. It was fake.
YouTuber Maximilian dude, he pointed out that that's actually a reference to Advent Children. Like that whole trailer is just a reference to Advent Children. The
Oh, that makes
exact
sense.
same pose, but with
The
Cloud.
gradient, the
Yeah,
dark,
I actually
dark,
like Advent
like
Children.
the muted tones. Yeah.
I mean, I only saw the second version of the movie because I hear the first version wasn't very good, but I thought it was an okay movie. So I don't mind the references as much as other people do.
I don't remember that movie too well. I remember really wanting to see it and renting it at Hollywood Video.
I saw
And
that I
mhm.
saw that in school. And my teacher
What?
came up to me and he said, "Yeah." He saw that I was watching it, and he was like, "Hey, that movie's kind of lame. Like, it's not as good as the game." But I mean, I thought it was fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Advent Children's okay. I mean, like, yes, it's stupid, but it's at least fun. You know,
Imagine reporting your teacher for talking shit about having children.
like, Mr. Principal, I have a complaint to make. One of our staff didn't like Advent Children. He's like, he doesn't like
Hey,
who's
what?
Kadash? Who's Kadat? No. But yeah, that was the highlight of the Game Awards. Really, it's the only thing that garnered that needed that reaction. So here's all the clips that we talk about not Olivia Munn. Okay, anything else you want to talk about? That's it
There was
for Game
some.
Awards for me. So the rest is on your shoulders.
Yeah, there were some announcements that were interesting. That were all right. Jeff Keighley is being old Jeffy boy.
Jeff, I
Uh,
thought did a great job this year. I don't remember what he said, but he flubbed his words and he said something bad. God, I wish I could remember what he said. But I'm like, Jeff, you legit had the whole you had everything under control and you fuck up and you make such a bad flub. But other than that, he did a pretty great job, all things considered. I mean,
uh,
considering he had no audience to like make him nervous, he's on top of the world.
he definitely looked like he was more rested and enjoying it. I feel like the big shows he puts on probably fucking takes it out of him.
I can't believe he keeps bringing the fuck the Oscars guy back. Like, you could tell, you could tell that Jeff was like visually annoyed with that guy who kept saying "fuck the Oscars." But
Well, this one out of all of them, he had no reason not to bring him. He had every reason not to bring him, but he still did. I'm not sure why.
you know what? He probably apologized to him. Like, listen, I'm so sorry. Like, blah blah blah. And hey, that game he announced actually looked really fun. So
Oh
I'm
yeah, the the next the kind of follow up to Way Out. It's
mhm.
more cartoony platformer
I'll
sort
totally
of thing.
check
Yeah, it
that
looked
game
cool.
out. Yeah.
I mean, there's other announcements. There's Back for Blood, which is the people that originally did Left 4 Dead, their spiritual successor. Um, I saw some gameplay footage. It looks in the war show. It looked cool, but
I
seeing
heard
more about the gameplay system mechanics, I'm not that into it. I'd have
yeah,
to really try it to see if I would like it. But
yeah, I heard the beta actually wasn't too hot, so we'll see, but it was still nice to see a return, I guess, in some form.
I mean, because it's been more than 10 years since the last Left 4 Dead. Valve just does not want to make third sequels
They just don't want
for
to
a
make
game.
games like
Well, they
uh
recently did Alex. That's the
okay,
actually made a
first of
game
all,
for.
they did not make Alex. A different team made Alex and they slapped their name on it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it was the Firewatch team.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that makes so much sense.
So I don't know what the fuck Valve is doing. Like they have and I was actually talking about this with a friend the other day, but Valve has changed the world with their games. They have done groundbreaking things with their games. They're always well received. I don't know what the fuck is going on at Valve. Ah,
Maybe
it,
that's their benchmark for making new games.
it's got to be groundbreaking.
Yeah, like how Alex was the best VR game so far. That might
What
be
was
what's up.
what was the last game before that? Dota 2?
Uh, I believe so. Yeah, they went all in on Dota after Left 4 Dead 2.
Well, what else? What else? There was okay,
There's a Evil Dead game
I was
that
going to
looks
mention that,
fun.
but before we get to that, speaking of games that haven't been back for years, they announced the new Perfect Dark.
Oh yeah,
And without Rare's involvement either, so that's gonna be interesting.
I got interested in that. I got hyped for that once I realized it was Perfect Dark.
Seems like a lot of people kind of were just like, "Oh, whatever," when they saw that, which was interesting to me because I thought people like cared about Perfect Dark, but I guess not.
I mean, the legacy is with GoldenEye. You know, Perfect
Yeah.
Dark was the follow up to that from Rare. I think, and especially, I mean, all the hype for Perfect Dark, I feel like went down the shitter with Perfect Dark Zero.
Uh huh.
I think Xbox really fucked that up. Um, and then the only thing after that was the remaster for the original Perfect Dark. So there wasn't really anything to get hype over for Perfect Dark to really. I mean, I think only the people that would be interested would be the people that really are really fond of Perfect Dark, and I feel like that's not that many people right now.
And shooters have evolved way past GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, so it's gonna be whatever it is that they're gonna do to set themselves apart. They gotta really nail that, because otherwise, I mean, what else do they have? It's just a generic shooter. So we'll see. We'll see. But Evil Dead game. Evil Dead game.
I feel like that would be really a lot more fun than the ship like Dead by Daylight or the Friday the 13th game.
It all depends on what the actual game is, though. I mean, we know it's a team. You play as the characters from the original, but like, what are we actually doing here? Like, is it a story game? Like, do you have to play as those characters? Maybe are there other
It might be
characters?
multiplayer as well, like action round based.
And
I mean,
let's be honest. What fucking human being is gonna pick anybody but Ash? So I don't know. I don't know.
that'd be cool playing the other character. I feel like with Evil Dead, I remember the other people are able to do things like to fight against the Deadites. You know, they do attack them and shit. So the Friday 13th game and Dead by Daylight, it's like you're not able to do shit really against the the killers,
Killer.
but
Mhm.
Evil Dead I think is going to be way more interactive and probably more
Well,
fun.
Dead by Daylight is a pretty fun game. I've talked about this before, but it just it this game for me, it'll all depend if it's strictly multiplayer or
Hmm.
or like do I have to be in a full team? It all depends. This could be like Four Swords, and that'd be cool, but that's wishful thinking. In the world of multiplayer, online, everything, that's absolutely wishful thinking.
Now I'm wondering if you are on the evil side, if you can play as the rapistry.
The rapistry. That's the character you choose. I was hoping more like his evil clone in was it Army of Darkness? I'm
Oh yeah,
I'm hoping for Army of Darkness.
well they have one of the humans you can play as is the Army of Darkness dude, the knight. So yeah, it will.
That'll make this game for me. Fucking Sam Raimi, Ash Williams. Hell yeah. We'll see. Uh Anything else that I like? I feel like if we forgot it, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. There was some cool things in there. Overall, it was a better show than I usually would expect. There was no dumb like everything was related to games, and I
Yeah.
really appreciated that. Even the the advertisements were related to games.
Mm.
Um, Even the skits and dumb bullshit were related to games. So it was really cool. It
Oh
actually
yeah.
felt like a game show, a Game Award show.
And Last of Us 2 did not deserve Game of the Year. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. Any of the others would have been much better, but the player choice picked Sekiro instead of Last of Us too. So
I mean,
there's a divide between critics and the players.
I thought it was a good game. I mean, I didn't think it was certainly bad, like anywhere near as bad as people were saying it was. But yeah, that game certainly didn't deserve Game of the Year. Too many people didn't like it. Too many people were opposed to it.
Well, the one that I really don't agree with the word of is the best director goes was Neil Druckmann. Dude, the direction is the reason why that game wasn't as good as it should have been.
Yeah, yeah,
Fuck
absolutely.
you, Jesus.
Not a goddamn person likes Neil Druckmann.
Well, Naughty Dog likes him because the game made him a lot of money and he got promoted.
Hope he gets COVID.
He got rewarded for that game, dude. Like Jesus, fuck.
It's water under the bridge. I hope we stop hearing about this game after this. Let them have their win. We're done. All right, so that's Game Awards. Let's talk about miscellaneous things. So it's December, Christmas time.
This Christmas has felt really chilled. Like there's no real festive atmosphere or like feelings at all. Like it's literally
Uh,
the day before Christmas, and I'm like, yeah, I guess
I
that's
have
happening.
I
Ugh.
completely check. This has been an abysmal December for me. Like it's filled with mixed
Yeah.
feelings. It doesn't even feel festive. And usually around this time, I'm like always listening to Christmas music. Today was the first time I even bothered to play it. Like I was just like, I used to listen to the Christmas music on Sirius way back when. I got a free trial. A bit of warning: they make it a bitch for you to cancel that. Don't get a free trial ever from Sirius. But today was the first day I listened to Christmas music like all month. So it's
I
just been
think a lot
disappointing.
of it is the social aspect of walking around Christmas time and the Christmas music in the stores and shit, driving the
I,
workers crazy.
I
Um,
missed going with
yeah.
friends and looking for gifts. That was like one of my favorite aspects of Christmas time. You guys know I love shopping for Christmas stuff. I love getting people gifts. I love making people know that they're valid. I mean, of course I could make a gift, but it's not as cool as getting, a fucking Sega Mini. So
Yeah, that was dope last year.
yeah, that's what I got you last year. And no,
And I gave you syphilis.
I'm still battling that, folks. But anyway, it's just been shitty. Been a shitty December. I haven't felt motivated to do anything. I'm just so done with this fucking virus. I want to get out of my home. I want to go do the things I used to be able to do. And granted, I know a lot of people are already going out and just kind of like still doing normal stuff even during the virus, but I just shit's never going to be the same after this.
I mean,
Once I get that
hopefully,
vaccine,
yeah.
I'll feel safer, but I don't even know if I'll feel like that good.
Well, the vaccines you need two doses of one, and you get one, and then you need another one months later. Um, so probably gonna have to deal with this for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe another whole year, but hopefully not as much.
You think this is going to be something we're going to have to deal with for the rest of our lives?
Nah. Although there is a new strain that's apparently really fucking spreadable, so who knows if there's gonna be new crazy bullshit.
Thanks, Wuhan. Nah, I'm just kidding. But it is a bit of a bummer. Still, do what you can. I opted out of just getting people Christmas gifts, and I just decided I'm just gonna buy people stuff and give it to them when it comes. Like I'm not gonna wait for Christmas. Like kind of like how you did it. It was like, hey Kevin, I got your Christmas gift. I was like, oh shit, it's November. I'm like, cool, I got yours too. And
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
easier that way. Maybe it doesn't feel like a Christmas gift, but you can't tell me I didn't get you anything. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. Besides, I'm opting for a digital Christmas this year. Gonna give people digital gifts. I mean, everyone I know play games, and everyone in my home gets physical gifts, so they don't count.
We're
Yeah,
living in the digital future.
Christmas exists online for me right now. Everything else is just gloom and doom and sadness. But that's okay. That's okay.
We need to
Fucking
get
live with it.
Santa on Chatterbait. See what he's on. What naughty shit he's going on. What's his list? What's his list? God damn it.
Santa's what?
Yeah.
What list?
His
What?
his uh his naughty list, bro.
Uh, no, I didn't like that one
No.
bit.
No? Alright. That's fine. I will take any objection and accept it because I don't want that either.
That's right. That's right. We don't want to be on that fucker's naughty list, and I don't want to see Santa's penis on Chatterbait. Moving along. Black Friday sucked ass. No, really, Black Friday was really bad this year.
I think I
And
only got Steam VR games,
I
pretty
think I did
much.
two.
That's because I've already got a lot of electronic shit earlier this year.
Oh, I think I know what I got. I think I know what I got. I'll talk about that later. But not a damn thing I bought during Christmas sales or Black Friday was even on sale, really. Um, I think all I got was Jumanji on DVD. That's it.
Isn't that part 1 and 2?
Yeah, I got both of them. I got both of them. The newer Jumanjis. Said it before. Underrated. Check them out. We reviewed them.
They're
Just
pretty
find the one.
good.
Find the one with The Rock in the thumbnail.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think the second one's still better.
I
I
saw. I
would like
saw
to see
them.
what they would.
I saw them both back to back, and they were pretty much the same for me. But I think I like the
Mhm.
first one because it sets things up.
I think I like the second one because it doesn't set things up. Different tastes.
Yeah, I suppose. Jack Black's a girl or Jack Black's black. Take your pick. They're both funny. I'm trying to remember what else I got. I think that was it, and then I got like family stuff. Yeah, and then I got like during COVID, I've been in this weird Lego rush. Like I need something to do while in my house. So I got these Legos, and I've been waiting for these fucking Black Friday Lego deals to go up. So I'm like, I mean, there has to be something decent on these sales. Everything I already had was on sale, and everything I wanted was not. So I just said,
Oh shit.
fuck it, and I bought full price Lego sets. One of them is a Lego ship in a bottle, and I'm waiting until the 26th to build it because apparently that's Lego build day. So there you go.
Oh, okay.
Came with the. See, I don't know if I should open this or not, but it came with the. What is that story? A Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
It came with like it's really cool. It looks like a book and it's open, and on the pages is a scene from a Christmas Carol, like complete with Tiny Tim and everything. But I'm like,
Huh.
should I open that or is that like rare? Because I checked their website and it says that it was worth like $20, but I didn't see a like. Can I buy this? Is
Mhm.
this on sale? So I don't know, but it was really cool. Oh, that's Black Friday. Did you get anything? Just Steam games?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I also got gifts for people. Um, but I mean, I usually, I mean, with the new console, I would have gotten like the old console, but I already have a gaming PC
Yeah,
from earlier this year, so
that's
I didn't really get any
exactly.
other gaming stuff
I
from the.
would have considered getting the PS5 if I didn't already have my gaming PC. It runs everything extremely well. There's no point.
Well, apparently it's hard to get and it's overpriced, so fuck it. I'll wait for the next version of those
It's
systems.
not even worth it at the state it's in, so
Yeah.
just wait.
The fucking state of it, mate.
Yeah, state of your fucking console.
At least it's better than Stadia.
Oh yeah. Apparently, I don't know where I heard
Yeah.
this. Cyberpunk runs
Mhm.
the best on Google Stadia.
Well, that makes total sense because it's just running on like the best PC hardware that and it's streaming it to your thing. So
Yeah.
it's better than the consoles for sure.
I mean, I'm playing it on my PC and I'm having a grand old time, even though I barely touched it. I'm just kind of waiting. I'm waiting for the best patch to come out, but we'll get into that fucking whole can of worms later. So that's Black Friday. Disney
Uh
Plus.
yeah.
All right. So the last
You want to get into
episode,
news?
hmm, news or Disney Plus?
Oh, I
This
thought we were
is
going into
news.
Disney Plus news. Okay.
Yeah, Disney Plus news. So the last episode of The Mandalorian came out, and along with that came a lot of news. Funny enough, the same day as the Game Awards, like just before and a little congruent to it, was the Disney Plus X. I don't know what the fuck they were calling it, but it was just like a display of all the stuff I guess it was for the benefits. Like I mean the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the executives, the benefactors.
Yeah, please don't sell your stock. Please buy more stock.
It was for everyone, but only they could see certain things. Like they saw a clip from Obi-Wan, which
Hmm.
still pisses me off. But anyway,
Whenever companies do that, it's always a bitch move, especially if they let the people know that they're not seeing it. But Bethesda was uh bad with that with the Doom footage for the
yeah,
new Doom. Yeah.
it might have just been like a work in progress. But anyway, so Mandalorian season 2 is over, and you'd think like, well, we'll just wait for season 3. No, 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 no. Disney is fucking mad, insane in the membrane, and they're making 10 new Star Wars series for their streaming platform. And at first it was kind of exciting, but then I processed it a little bit. What are they doing? Okay, so first of all, when it comes to Star Wars, I trust Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni with all my heart and soul. They can do no wrong.
They prove themselves.
Sometimes, yeah. Except for Dave Filoni is a fucking affiliation with Wolves. But anyway, they're making an Ahsoka TV series, and I think they're making a spin-off of one of the characters. And this is gonna get into a rant, but okay, so that's 2 shows, and then fuck, I need a picture of like every single one of those shows.
Mandalorian really got their brain firing on. Oh, we need to take advantage of making shows now. People like our shows, our Star Wars shows, and then they came out and they birthed 10 more into existence.
Why is it so hard to find this fucking? We're never prepared, ladies and gentlemen.
By the way, I still need to watch the rest of season 2, but
I'm not
I
gonna
gotta
get
watch
any
all
of
that
this.
clone shit first.
I'm not gonna
Apparently,
get into any spoilers. Don't worry. I know. I know. All right, here we go. I got a picture. God, you can't just fuck Google for real. All right, fuck it. So here's what we got. So they announced the Ahsoka show and Rangers of the New Republic, which are being made by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. So that's cool. I'm always down for more Ahsoka. She's one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Rangers of the New Republic sounds interesting. I'm down. And of course, The Mandalorian's getting a new season 2.
the New Republic is going back into like KOTOR era, right?
No, I think it's a spin-off of Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so then we have Star Wars Andor, and we've known about this since the beginning, so it was expected. So it's based off of the Diego, no, not fucking Diego Luna. Is it Diego Luna?
The guy from the Rogue
Rogue
One.
One. Oh, I'm thinking of Alfred Molina. Yeah, it's Diego Luna. He
Hmm.
was Cassian Andor in Rogue One. He was pretty cool. They're giving you his own show. I'm all for that. That's awesome. But then we have the show I've been waiting for the longest time, and I've said this before. Obi-Wan should have been the movie, and Han Solo should have been the show. But you can't really do anything about that now. So Obi-Wan Kenobi is their new mini series kind of thing. I am so fucking excited for that. Obi-Wan is probably my favorite character from the prequels. I think a lot of people can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people are a bit annoyed because the story is that Obi-Wan hasn't met Darth Vader until until their rematch in A New
Part
Hope.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I don't really give a shit. I mean, the fucker was there waiting for 10 years. So, or was it 20 years? How old was Luke?
Uh, he's got to be less than 20.
Yeah. Well, he's been waiting a long time. You can't tell me he's just been on Tatooine that entire time. So I'm just interested to see what they do with it. If it's bad, I'll tell you if it's bad. If it's good, we'll see. So then we got The Bad Batch. Now this is interesting. I think out of all those shows, I feel like this one is different enough where I welcome its arrival. So it's basically like a proto sequel to Clone Wars. It's
Oh,
about
right.
it's about the Bad Batch of clones that I think they end up working for the Empire. I'm not too sure. I didn't really watch those episodes.
So is it basically Star Wars Suicide Squad?
Um, whoa, some kind of Star Wars squad. It's possible. I mean, but it's cool that they're using the Clone Wars tech and they're making all that shit. That's awesome. I like that a lot. But then we get into this shit. Star Wars Vision. We already have 5 shows, 6 and 1 cartoon established. Okay. You'd think that'd be enough, but no. We have Star Wars Visions. It's a retelling of Star Wars, but in anime style.
Huh.
It's
Okay.
it sounds okay, right? So now we got
Mhm.
2 cartoons. Now we have Lando, the TV show. Why did we need a TV show of Lando Calrissian when we already had his whole role in the Han Solo movie?
Maybe they love Donald Glover if he's coming back.
Maybe Lando should have been Han Solo and we got that show instead, but whatever. Whatever. But now we have Star Wars Acolyte. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it exists. I think it has something to do with some sort of. God damn. Now I feel like I have to look that up. But other than that, never mind. Okay. Okay, this has like a description of all these. The Acolyte will look into the emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic. Okay, so this is the first show set in the High Republic era. You guys don't know what that is. It's like their version of the Old Republic, but just before the prequels go to shit.
Mm.
Okay, so that's another show we're dealing with. And now we have Star Wars A Droid Story. It's another cartoon, and it's about a droid. I don't think it's about, I mean, it might be about R2D2. I don't know. I'm not going to check. I don't care. And then we have Rogue Squadron. Star Wars Rogue Squadron is a movie. And it's not the same Rogue Squadron you're thinking of. It takes place in the sequel trilogy. So already we're having a bad time.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
God damn it.
So that's
I
the
mean,
10. Hang on. Hang on.
the sequel trilogy had some good like space fighting, ship fighting,
Uh,
but yeah.
well, that's the 10 things they announced. And also I think Taika Waititi is making his own Star Wars movie. He did the Thor Love and Thunder movie and everyone loved that and I thought it was okay. It was all right. But then we're not even fucking done here. So, David, this is kind of spoilers, but if you don't know this already, then it's on you. At the end, the very very end of the last episode, like post credits of The Mandalorian, they announced a Boba Fett spin-off. And it's
Oh
just
shit,
like,
okay.
ugh, okay, so now we have 11 things you've announced. And then I just saw online they're doing a Baby Yoda spin-off.
Oh my god, what?
And that's just Star Wars. Why don't we take a look at Marvel and see what we have in store over here?
Like, dude, unless they bring out a show a month, it's gonna be a fucking lot.
Okay. So this is what they had announced. I think this is everything. Okay. So, I mean, fuck, I might even put these on the screen for you to see. But so first we have the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Show should have been out for a long fucking time. That show should have been out already. Loki should have been out already. WandaVision should have been out already. But now we got Miss Marvel. Cool. Hawkeye. Lame. She-Hulk. Maybe. Moon Knight. You got me.
Ooh.
You got me, Marvel. That one I'm actually excited about. And then we have a cartoon What If series. She-Hulk might be a cartoon too. I don't know. But that's on top of their movies. I think they announced not Blade. They did announce Blade, but we already knew about that. Fantastic Four. They're doing Fantastic Four.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Maybe the third time. Maybe the third time they'll fucking do it right.
But this is all shit that like either should have been out already or they're over bloating their streaming service now. And so they just assume that whatever shit they put on the thing is going to work out now because the Mandalorian worked out now. We need more shows on Disney Plus. But we don't you guys pretty much just hit you got lucky. You got lucky on your first attempt.
Yeah.
So the movie's fucking bomb. They're not making money. The merchandise is no one's buying it, first of all. And so you just assume like, oh well, if we put everything on Disney Plus, people will stay subscribed. The only thing Disney Plus has right now that I even give a shit about before I cancel it is WandaVision. And only because I heard they were gonna make it canon that Scarlet Witch is an X-Men again.
Oh, okay.
And I need to be there for that.
Mhm.
But after that, it's like I kind of don't give a shit about any of these Star Wars shows. Only Ahsoka, only that what was it? The high something? No. It was Rangers of the whatever. Only because Dave Filoni is attached to that and the Obi-Wan series. Those are the only things I care about. Everything
Yeah.
else up in smoke. Up for debate.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Hayden Christensen is gonna be in the Obi-Wan series with Darth Vader.
That was a
So
hard clap. I'm actually incredibly excited for that. What a great choice. I'm glad they stick to their guns with those kind of things. And I feel like the love for Hayden Christensen has been growing a lot lately.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
I really think he can redeem himself with this. But we'll
I
see.
definitely like to see how that goes. I have to wonder, they can't do the weekly format with these shows because there's too many shows.
Hmm.
I think they have to release one show a month. Like,
What they really should have done is if they really don't wanted to do that 10 series at a time thing, just cut it in half. Just do like half Star Wars shows, half Marvel shows, and let like 2 of those be cartoons each. You know what I mean? So we got 3 live action shows over the course of the year for Marvel, 3 for Star Wars, and then like maybe 2 cartoons for the kids each. And it would have been fine.
yeah, that sounds all
Mhm.
right.
But now they're just overdoing it. And, a lot of these shows just kind of felt like Mandalorian was their launching point. Like Mandalorian season 1 just feels like a guy on an adventure, right? Like he's just doing his own thing. And then season 2 just feels like every episode is setting up a new character to set up some new series. And it was still a
Mm,
good season, don't get me wrong, but now you've tarnished the reputation of The Mandalorian as the show where everyone just kind of came from. So,
yeah, yeah. Mm,
yeah, I hope to God every single strike of lightning is on a metal rod. I hope you hit the gold. 'Cause If you don't, you're fucked. You're probably gonna have to close one of your theme parks too. All right. Well, that was
You know
just
what? Toontown, get rid of that shit.
Yeah, Toontown fucking sucks. And it sucks too because I was getting really excited. They announced that they're gonna open the new Mickey Mouse ride they have in Florida over
Hmm.
here. It's a really it's like technologically impressive ride, and I was really excited for that. But COVID happened, and I'm not entirely sure that's gonna happen. So yeah, just get rid of Toontown. It's horrible, horrible land. Probably the worst in the entire Disneyland. All right, so what else do we got here? Anything you want to talk about?
Are we in the news segment?
Pretty much this whole segment has been the news segment.
Well, to continue on Tag Teamstars news, I got the
That's our
today's
like
news of what I will call three Whitey Spideys.
three Whitey Spideys.
We're gonna have the Spider-Men from the first live action and the second live action into the, the third sequel for the third live action. We got what? Uh oh fuck,
Three Whitey
Andrew
Spideys is
Garfield,
amazing.
Tom Holland, and oh
You know
god,
what? Tobey Maguire.
was it Tobey Maguire? Yeah, and then villains from all of them into the third one. That
So,
sounds awesome,
all right, so we got
honestly.
Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina, and who's the villain in the third one?
It might be
Mysterio.
Scorpion.
Uh, just let it be the Green fucking Goblin already. Just let
Yeah,
it be the Green Goblin. I'm tired of this like trend that they got to keep using a new superhero. I literally only care about 3 Spider-Man villains, okay? Doctor Octopus, Venom, and the Green fucking Goblin. Venom got his
I
own
like
movie, so he gets
Mysterio.
a pass.
Yeah,
Mysterio,
Mysterio's dope.
okay, he's not Green Goblin. Mysterio is great because he's played by Jake Gyllenhaal. Please, for the love of God, Jake Gyllenhaal, return. We love you. We love everything you're in. But Green Goblin is so integral to the birth of Spider-Man.
Hmm.
I feel like there's something there that we could tap into. And like, they all did the whole thing like, well, we always do Spider-Man's origin story, so we kind of skip that. There's a connection there we can make with the Green Goblin. I
And the other ones have also dealt with the Green Goblin before.
Yeah.
So
hmm
maybe now Tom Holland has to deal with the Green Goblin.
I'm totally okay with the bad guy being Doctor Octopus, but I was just really hoping we would see an MCU version of the Green Goblin. So let's
We'll
see.
see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Um.
pretty excited for it, honestly.
So there's this movie coming out next year, I think,
hmm
right? And then I mean, this is basically the live action version of Into the Spider Verse.
Yeah,
Um. And that was great. And then that's coming out in 2022 if it's hasn't been delayed. So we'll see how they do the live action one. I honestly liked Andrew Garfield, not the movies per se, like as good Spider-Man movies, but I liked his versions of Peter Parker.
honestly, David,
Hmm.
I fucking hated him in those movies. I hate Andrew Garfield in those movies. He's so cool that he undoes his geekiness. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, it's just a different take, man.
He doesn't shut the fuck up. Oh, I hate it. I hate him. I mean, it's cool that they're all coming back, but God, anybody who tries to tell me the Amazing Spider-Man movies were good can go choke a chode.
I didn't
Jeez,
say that.
I know
I
you
didn't say
didn't. I
that.
know you didn't. I know you didn't. But I'm sorry. Just I have to disagree on that. He's a horrible Spider-Man. Now, Pizza Time. That's a Spider-Man. Tom Holland's a fantastic Spider-Man
I
too. I
think
love.
Tom Holland gets the mix right of being the geek and then also being confident Spider-Man dude. He has the right balance.
I remember hearing his voice in the first trailer, and like, it might have either not Civil War, because that's when he first came out, but for the first Spider-Man movie, I'm like, he's fucking perfect. He's
Mhm.
amazing. So yeah, they seriously did the perfect casting with Tom Holland on that. Up and coming actor, made the right beats, perfect choice. But
Uh,
speaking, are we
mhm.
done with Marvel? Because I kind of want to keep going on with that.
Yeah, you can go on. I think I'm done.
So I mentioned earlier that Disney Plus is bringing in the Fantastic Four, and that's cool. You know, Doctor Doom is a major villain. They might be setting him up as like the new Thanos or maybe Ultron. I mean, not Ultron. Ooh, Ultron would be cool too if they brought him back, but whatever. Galactus, and you can't have
Galactus, right,
Galactus
right.
without the Silver Surfer, and you can't have the Silver Surfer without
No, Fantastic
Fantastic
Four.
Four. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's pretty obvious, but frankly, I don't give a shit about Fantastic Four outside of Silver Surfer or Doctor Doom. And I was so pissed off. I feel like I mentioned this on the Talkcast. You know what? I always gotta point out, like, I can't just fucking say something. I have to point out. I mentioned this already. You can't call me on it. Um, and I forgot. I forgot it. Jesus Christ. Uh, okay, so I was talking about Doctor Doom. Um,
Silver Surfer setting up Galactus.
okay, so I was super pissed off when I found out that Disney retconned that uh, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were not the kids of
Right, right.
Magneto. I was so fucking upset. It's like their coolest quality. I mean,
Were they the kids of Magneto?
yeah, they're Magneto's kids.
Holy shit, I didn't know
Well, they're not anymore. But
that. Uh-huh.
Quicksilver was lame, regardless, right? I mean, at least Scarlet Witch has cool powers. But that was what they had. They were fucking X-Men. They had the X gene. They were related to Magneto, and then you robbed them of that. It's like, well, they can carry themselves. And granted, she did get the House of M, where she deleted all of the X-Men genes. Which also, fuck you, Disney. It wasn't enough that you robbed these characters of their identity. You had to rob every other X-Men from existence. And being a hardcore X-Men fan, I am so tired of the neglect. So here's my hoping, now that Disney finished their tyrannical fucking reign and acquired Fox, so they could get X-Men. Let's just push out our crappy little Fantastic Four movie and get right into the X-Men, like straight into, like a fucking bullet into a heart. So ready for X-Men, please. If WandaVision, if WandaVision confirms that she has the X gene, oh god, finally, finally, the Marvel movies can be good. Finally, I can enjoy them. And you know, you'll see people making soy boy faces for every little thing, right? This will be the first time I truly enjoy a Marvel movie out of pure fanboyism.
Ah, okay.
Marvel movies, I've just kind of watched them and be like, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty alright. Yeah, and, like that was fun. You know, it's just a Marvel movie. I will watch every fucking Marvel movie that has an X-Men in it. Fucking day one. Disney, chop chop, get to it. Put Wolverine in the Avengers already.
Oh my god, who's gonna be the next Wolverine?
Well, I heard people say it was gonna be the most breathtaking actor of all time,
No, no way, dude.
but they already said he might be Craven the Hunter, so we'll see. But that'd be cool. I'd be okay with the Keanu
Oh yeah,
Wolverine.
weren't they saying Craven would be the third Spider-Man villain for the live action movie?
Maybe they changed that, but who knows? I mean, I don't think Keanu would outright Well, okay, you got to consider this because Keanu Reeves is playing Constantine in the new DC Justice League Dark movie.
Is he?
Yes, he is. So he's reprising his role as
Okay.
Constantine. So I see no reason why he wouldn't want to do a character in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about him being Wolverine, but I'd like to see it. I'd actually be more excited to see him play Moon Knight, but I don't know if he can pull off a Moon Knight. Anyway,
I don't know. With Keanu and Cyberpunk, I got to see his malice, and I don't feel like I don't know if he can pull it off like a
he looks like such a fucking dork in that game without his glasses. Like as soon as he takes off his sunglasses, he looks like a fucking English teacher. All right, V, where's your essay?
um. Oh, I was gonna say something about. Can I go on a tangent about related to X-Men?
All right, go ahead.
So I just realized looking up words for writing for school about like I never really knew Jubilee was
Yeah,
just using the word jubilation
yeah,
as an excitement and shit, and that's up with her. That's why I never really knew what the fuck her powers were, but now it makes sense.
plasma. No, it's
Yeah,
like fireworks.
yeah.
I like Jubilee. Is that
It
it?
sounds like such an old timey like someone came up with that. They used that
Honestly,
word.
I love.
Character.
I think that's such an attention grabbing name, Jubilee. I
It's
like it a
definitely
lot. Mhm. I God, I could go on and on about the X Men. Really, I was just talking to a friend earlier. Uh, I feel like so many X Men get shafted, and
yeah.
it's. I was telling my friend like, okay, so I was telling my friend that we have been so degraded, shafted, cut from X-Men content for such a long time that seeing just like even just Wolverine in something is exciting. Seeing just Cyclops in something is exciting. And these are the heavy hitters. So you would imagine my surprise when I see someone like Nightcrawler or Gambit or hell, maybe even Omega Red in something, like actually acknowledge like holy shit, like these are the characters I know. It says a lot to me that just seeing Cyclops and Wolverine in anything makes me ecstatic. If you don't get where I'm coming from, I'm simply saying that the characters you expect to see often have been seen so little that it's actually exciting to see them again.
Right. I
It's
mean the most recent ones were the that X-Men Apocalypse movie, I think.
uh-huh.
And then Deadpool had some things of that. And then
The
the,
the best
the look
scene in that movie, the best scene in Deadpool 2 is where he's walking through the X Manor and he's saying, "Where's all the other X Men? How come it's always just you?" And then it cuts to like the door filled with like James McAvoy and all the other X Men. They're like, "Close the door." That scene's fucking amazing. It made the whole movie for me.
and then
Like
mhm.
even Magneto, like you expect to see these characters, but they get shafted so fucking much. So I just hope that now we can finally start digging deep into X-Men and finally pulling out those roots so we can get more characters. Because say what you want about the Fox X-Men movies, they certainly did take their own liberties, but they acknowledged these characters. Like we actually got to see these characters in the flesh. Whereas all Marvel can really do is fucking use the most popular ones whenever they need it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
know I know as soon as they do, like, they bring the X Men into the Avengers, it is going to be 4 X Men guaranteed: Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, and Professor X, and maybe Maybe Colossus. I doubt it, but that's the guarantee.
I don't know if they. Oh no, you're right. Well, it just depends what they do with Captain America, because Captain America fills that role for like a Cyclops-like character, right? Or is that the thing? They're gonna have them butting heads.
Well, I know the whole Chadwick Boseman thing has been an issue lately, but Storm is actually married to T'Challa in the comics. She's from Wakanda. So that's a whole dynamic they can tap into with the Black Panther movies. It'd be cool to
Oh.
see.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they're doing the Eternals, and it just baffles me that they chose to make a movie about these fucking no-name characters as opposed to the X-Men. But, you know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We have gone through this, like, Fox X-Men drought where every single X-Men movie they've done is shitty. And if they want to take time to, like, let that sink or just let the fans, like, breathe a bit, that's fine. But I'm ready. I've been ready. I want to see Wolverine in the MCU. I want to see Cyclops in the MCU, and then maybe once we start getting little trickles, we can get Mr. Sinister. We can get Omega Red. We can get Bishop. We can get well, maybe not the Sentinels. We can get Toad. I want to see these crazy characters again. Jubilee, hell, everyone loves Jubilee. Gambit, hell yeah. Throw them cards at me, son. So yeah, I'm ready. I could go on, but we only have so much shit to talk about.
Do you have any more news? Because I have one more.
I'm gonna save my news for last, and let me check my phone. Actually, got my handy dandy list here.
The list. The tag team stars list. Certified. Boring.
I have a thing I want to do after this, and another thing I can save for a later portion. But go ahead.
So we'll talk more about the game later, but the CD Projekt Red has
All
been
right, I guess
under.
we're not saving that for later. We're talking about it now. That was actually the last thing on my list.
Okay. Well, there's a lot to talk about in terms of news because it's been a developing story for the past
Does the
weeks.
CD in CD Project Red stand for corrupt dumbasses? Like, oh my god.
Well, they started as a pirating company or some shit in Poland. So the
Really?
CDs literally has CDs, I believe. Uh,
Uh,
so that was their name, and then they just grew into an actual company that made shit. So um, it's a weird name.
see,
But yeah, so
that
yeah,
coin you were gonna put into CD Project Red, don't even give it to the fucking Witcher, okay? Just
yeah. Don't
toss
toss your
it.
coin. Sure.
Just fucking toss it into a wishing well, okay? Whatever crap wish that it was never gonna come true was a better investment than buying this game right now. At least if you're not playing on PC.
Yeah. So Cyberpunk had a terrible fucking launch. So many bugs were still in the game. CD Projekt Red stock uh fell to shit. They lost about $1 billion worth of value in their company or something. Refunds are people were apparently demanding refunds. CD Projekt Red had issues with that. Microsoft and Sony uh, gave it on themselves to get people refunds. Sony took it off their fucking store to be able to do so, which
Mm-hmm.
has never happened before. All this outrage and the refund shit is lighting a fire under CD Projekt Red's investors' asses. They are thinking of doing a class action lawsuit in Poland. It's fucked. It's so fucked. This was supposed to be a like crowning achievement for like in the game industry. There's so much hype. Holy shit, man! They fucked it up.
Jesus. Do we change their name to CD Project Red asses because that's what they're gonna look like when we're done beating them. It's like I feel like this is almost the consumer's fault because everyone was pleading with them to finish this game, and they knew that they had to release the game before the end of the year.
But they didn't really have to. Like they thought they could get away with it despite the state of the game.
And
Even
the
though they knew more
excuses,
people would be playing on consoles. Like it sucks. It sucks.
the excuses are astronomically like okay. The reason why I'm not even touching Cyberpunk right now, and I was absolutely livid when I saw this. They said, okay, so your game is like 8 GB, and you're not supposed to do everything in one playthrough. You're supposed to just start the game and finish it, and then do a second playthrough and do something else. Why the fuck would you give me all these items and subquests, side quests to do, and I'm not supposed to do all of it? So what? Like, just do some of it, remember what I did or didn't do, and then do something else? Why would you design your game like that? And you know something else? I noticed that the game is actually locked in how it can run on a PC, despite the PC being the only platform it can run on. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with this game. And let's be real, they were making a next gen game for old gen consoles. They should have waited. They probably shouldn't even have announced it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Maybe they
pull
would have.
back the versions and then just wait, have it released later for next gen consoles mostly, but they really wanted that install base of the old gen consoles to because it would have been the one where they would have made the most money, and they did, and that's why they're getting shit ton of refunds now because it doesn't work well.
And you know, history has shown that games that are forced to be on multiple consoles always end up being shitty. So I'm not saying that the game is shit. Uh, far be it. I actually
Yeah, we'll
think
get into it.
pretty well. Yeah, we'll get into it.
But just for the news sake, like the effects of this into the game industry, like this is going to have large ramifications to how I mean,
It's
hopefully for better business practices, but this is gonna leave a bad taste in a lot of gamers' mouths
this is
in terms of shit they'll put up with.
I seriously think this is the most massive thing that's happened to video games in years. Like it's
Yeah,
astronomical. The impact this is gonna have is so major. I mean, it's not even that the game is bad. It's just it can't run on a damn thing. And even the systems or well, the PCs that can run the game still can't run it well. The glitch is up the ass. And somehow it's the player's fault. Like are you, I'm certain there's somebody at CD Projekt Red who's like blaming the people for demanding that the game come out. You can go fuck yourselves. You did this to yourselves. Whoever's running CD Projekt Red and screwing over your workers, you did this to yourself.
yeah, it really should have been released next year at the soonest for to
Yeah.
fix all these issues to be more polished. I mean, other open world games have it, open world sandbox games. People expect issues. They deal with Skyrim, GTA, and all that shit. But no,
Yeah.
this was on another level
And
that people were just not okay with.
let me tell you something. In Skyrim, I can do as much as I fucking want on one profile. Okay?
Yeah,
I can do
yeah.
if I want my level 100V with the best optics and best weapons, I should be able to do that with one save file. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they've chosen to do what they do, and I don't know why their crap PR team is saying what they are. If I see another fucking yellow image with black text on CD Projekt Red's account, I'm gonna lose it. They don't know what they're doing.
I mean, I'm fine with how the game is currently because of my experiences, but apparently so many people are just having a lot worse time than me. So
You're playing it on Xbox, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which just baffles the fuck out of me.
I'll get into
PC
that. I'll get into that.
at this point, Cyberpunk is a PC exclusive, and let's be honest, it probably should have stayed that way. Because only a good PC can run this game, and not even that well.
Well, just picking up on that, another fuck up this month with CD Projekt Red was that they in one day announced the release of Devotion, which is a niche horror game that was taken down that the developer took down because of pressure from China.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear about this?
Didn't it get
So
taken down from GOG?
so first the developer took it down because Chinese players were fucking harassing their ass because of a they had a picture of a Xi Jinping or whatever fuck his name is, the Chinese prime minister or whatever.
Because I
The
remember.
Fu meme was in the game, so Chinese players were outraged. There were the publisher at the time was taken out of business in China, so they had a lot of fucking bad issues. They're a Taiwanese company, so that's already fucking a mess.
Yeah.
They got themselves into a fucking shitstorm. That was over a year ago or so. So then this month, CD Projekt Red announced that they were going to release it, and
Well,
then the same day later, like hours later, they announced that they were not going to release it because of fan messages or gamer messages from gamers. I'm like, wow. Did you
wait.
not know what you were getting into when you decided to publish this game on your store?
Just remove the Winnie the Pooh. You can't do that, or what?
No, they did. No, this developer has been on their fucking hands and knees trying to rectify this. They've taken it out of the game. They've said so, but apparently the pressure still goes on. The stigma of 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 their actions just will not go away to these fucking
So, do Chinese
Chinese.
people really give a shit? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know it's probably partly both. It's probably um internal pressure because they want to continue being in the Chinese market to sell their games.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and then if you criticize China, you can't be part of that. That's the issue with the Monster Hunter movie that was released recently. Is
Mhm.
Chinese took some joke in the first part of the movie as being against China
Man,
or something like that. Now the shit's banned. I think
I feel like
so.
China ruins everything. Like, every
Mhm.
single film has to be they have to make it suitable for the Chinese market, and I feel like that ruins a lot of movies. Like, seriously, I remember Kung Fu Panda 3 was the first animated movie conjointly made by China and America, and it was a big deal. But Kung Fu Panda 3 was so fucking bland compared to the other two.
Mm,
I just It's so safe, and
yeah.
I don't know why we have to do that. These games are made from other countries with other cultures. Like, I know China has a massive amount of people that probably play video games. But at that point, like at the risk of my liberty, I guess, for lack of a better word, why
Yeah.
should I have to kneel to them? It sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks. I mean, this game has been finished for more than a year, but no one can play it unless you bought it early on, um, or pirate it. Like I'm seriously thinking of pirating it at some point because I'm tired of fucking waiting. Like I'll buy
Even
it
a
when it
good
comes out.
game?
But
Like,
holy
is it
shit,
even good?
I've heard it's really good. Yeah, good horror game, first person.
Just release it in America then. Just release it in America.
Well, that's the issue is trying to find a distributor that'll be okay with selling it, but also be okay with pissing off the Chinese. So yeah, first GOG was gonna do it, but then they decided not to. Their 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 messaging on that was pretty shitty. Like, come on, messages from gamers. You took down the release of a game because some fucking gamers said don't release the game. What kind of bullshit is that?
It's the
That's
gamers, not us.
yeah. They said it like that. It's like fuck off, dude. What can anyone if you're gonna release fucking the next Mass Effect could be like, Mass Effect sucking sucks. If so many people gave a fucking message, you're not gonna release it. Bullshit. Don't
Yeah,
fucking lie.
they got pressured.
I mean, the Chinese market makes millions and honestly billions for companies in revenue. It's just there's so many people and they'll fucking play anything.
Look, you see what happens? We take away devotion, they give us COVID. There's no winning with them. Nah, but seriously, it's like cultural differences are always going to be like that in different countries, and the only reason why it matters in China is just because there's so many people living there. That's it.
It's so dumb though. It's like fuck this meme that this gets this whole game banned. Like these developers not able to sell their creative work. It's fucked up, man.
Yes, it is. I
Hopefully they'll
just,
be able to find a way to do it. But yeah, go to CD Projekt. Fucked up. They've really that really ruined the reputation more than the Cyberpunk shit for me. Like, did you if that was gonna how if that
I
was how
mean,
you're gonna react, you shouldn't have fucking said you were gonna release in the first place.
that's bad. Yes, but the thing with CD Projekt Red, or well, the thing with Cyberpunk is that was made internally. That was 100% their fuck up. Every aspect of that is their fault, and it could have been prevented. It could have been prevented. I'm not gonna say that I think they're the worst company ever, but they made the fucking blunder of a lifetime with how they handled
They were
Cyberpunk.
top in terms of people's of game company reputation for
Everyone
a long
loved
time.
them. They made Fear too, right?
No,
What did they make? I know they made something other than The Witcher. What was it?
no,
Fear?
that's pretty much it. No, the Fear was made by Monolith, I think.
I gotta look this shit up. You keep talking while I do that.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure they only made The Witcher and Cyberpunk. Witcher was like their first game. I mean, they made Gwent, but that's Witcher related. Um, yeah, man.
Oh no shit, you're right.
And The
Oh wow.
Witcher 1 was not a well received game. Witcher 2 was better, but Witcher 3 really put them on the map. It really sold that company as being able to do no wrong and people and why people were so hyped about Cyberpunk.
All right, so CD ass publishers. Can't stand them. I mean, at first my mentality was, well, I can play it, so fuck you. And now it's just like, you bastards crossed the line.
Yeah,
I
because now
don't
you
even.
without worrying about shit.
I can play the game now. Okay, it'll run fine. I can play the game. There's minor bugs. I learned to get over them. I'm not playing a fucking minute of that game until those bugs are fixed.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna play another minute of that game until everyone who paid for that game is satisfied with that game or gets their refunds. CD Projekt Red, you done. Unfortunate, honestly, because it's not even that they're bad developers. It's just they didn't. They really, really should have taken more time.
They oh what's the way to say it? They 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 took their audience for granted. Really, they did. They thought they would be okay with the state the game was in, and obviously it's terrible.
And you know what else? Just to give them the benefit of the doubt, they probably were peer pressured by big companies, by Sony, by Xbox. I mean, fuck, dude, you bought an
Yeah, I bought the
Cyber
Cyberpunk
Xbox.
Xbox.
They're obligated now to release it on Xbox. they can't not release it on the Xbox now. They've sold their soul to it. So
Yeah, there's so many brand deals related to Cyberpunk. They have the Cyberpunk fucking shoes, Cyberpunk car, the Porsche shit, the Rockstar. So much shit was tied to this game. So I do feel like there was pressure, and you're right, for sure. There was pressure internally.
so as much as I'd want to blame CD Projekt Red, and as much as we already have talked shit about them, I'm gonna be completely honest, 100%. I blame Microsoft and I blame Sony, as well as Cyberpunk. Uh, fuck, it's just they both start with C, get interchangeable. I'm and CD Projekt Red. Those three developers fucked everything up. Then again, maybe CD Projekt Red shouldn't have promised what they couldn't deliver. Or maybe they could have struck a deal like, hey, look, just we'll release it on PS5, Xbox Series X. People are gonna play it, you know. It'll probably get people to buy more Xboxes.
Yeah, they could have done it where they released the older versions later
Mm-hmm.
and fixed it, and that's what other companies do. Like more recent games
Nintendo,
were yeah.
Breath of the Wild. How
Oh
many times
yeah,
was that delayed to fix? Metroid in a sorry state, and they're taking their sweet ass time to fix it.
yeah. We haven't seen a fucking thing of it.
Mhm. So I don't know. There's so many people at fault, but when you're the one who made the game, who else are you gonna blame? I'm sure I've contradicted so much shit, but I don't care. The game is broken beyond a shadow of a doubt. Playing this game, and you know what? I actually heard that Google Stadia. Did we already mention that? Yeah, we
Yeah,
did. Google Stadia is the best way to play it.
yeah.
So hell, if you're jonesing for that CD Project Red, fuck it, get a Stadia. They can't be cheaper than $5, right? Who's playing them?
Oh, well, you pay the full price of the game though.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, that's weird. It's weird how they do it.
Well, we'll see what happens. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen to CD Projekt Red?
I think they're going to be pushed to fucking fix that game. They already have a January and February patches slated, but they are really gonna fucking beg everyone to like them again with their DLCs. They're gonna put so much into regaining their reputation, but it's been tarnished so hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I really don't know how people are gonna take what they're gonna do because everyone's gonna look at whatever they say, whatever they announce from now on with scrutiny.
And
And yeah,
you know, stranger things have happened. I mean, No Man's Sky redeemed themselves, and something we didn't mention is that Sean Murray even showed up at the Game
oh
Awards,
yeah,
and I was actually like, wow, he's came back. Like I was happy to see that he was able to smile about the game again and talk about the game again. You know,
mm,
after being such a pariah, like he kind of earned that respect back despite everything that happened. You know what I mean? Maybe not
yeah,
100%, but he earned that award. Or
yeah, yeah.
his game did.
No Man's Sky sounds like it's a great game now.
So maybe it just needs time. Maybe the game will deliver. Maybe once people realize it's a good game now, they'll buy it again. But for those people who are hurt, gonna take a lot to buy them back.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'll talk about it later with my experience of the game, but yeah, that's the mess of the
I mean,
news and just
this could be like Battlefront 2, where it was just such a shit show, and then they had to fix it, and then we got slow amounts of free DLC as the time went on. But here's the thing: we expect that from EA. We don't really expect that from CD Projekt Red. So anyway, yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right. I'm glad to talk
Okay.
about this. Fuck China. Anyway.
And free Hong Kong. Okay. So I want to end our general. God, it's gonna be a long one. It always is a long one. Huh? We got so much stuff to talk about. So I want to end this with a bit of a bit of a segment.
All right.
So usually we will do our who can possibly defeat the tag team stars segment, but I have an offshoot of that prepared.
Oh.
So this will be fun. It was a little game I played with my friend earlier, and I did it again with a different friend, and I thought this would be fun to do on the Talkcast. So, and also the characters we come up with will be canon in the tag team stars lore.
Oh shit. Okay. So what's happening?
So here's the game. We pick three different actors, celebrities, uh, just any notable people that have the same name.
Okay.
I'll let you pick the first guy, and then we'll work off of that. But try to make it like simple enough.
So we pick one. So I'll say I pick one, then you pick the next one, and I pick the other one.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
really a game, but we can have fun with it.
Okay. Luckily I have lists of favorite people, so I got a head start on this.
Okay,
Let me see people that have the same name.
we could probably do a few rounds of this too.
All right, I'm looking through stuff.
Take your time. I already have one I could start with next time.
All right. I mean, I picked people in my list that don't have the same name, so I guess I'll just pick one and go on from there.
Just pick one.
Let's go with James Franco.
James Franco. Okay. So, how many other actors have the name James? James McAvoy. That's two.
There
So James
you go.
Franco, James McAvoy. What else do we got?
Kevin James.
Kevin James works. All right. So that's three. So here's how the game works. Have you ever heard of My Hero Academia?
Yep.
Okay. So in My Hero Academia, every single superhero has this thing called a quirk. And what that quirk is it's a unique superpower that only they can possess. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but you learn to use it. That's how you become a superhero. Okay. So I'm gonna take every character, every person we just named. I'm replacing James. So right now we have who was the first one? James Franco.
Yeah.
We have Quirk Franco, uh, Quirk McAvoy, and Kevin Quirky. These three people are now in a one-on-one battle, free for all.
Okay. Yeah.
What are their quirks and how do they win?
Okay. This is
See, it's kind
okay.
of like a tag team stars thing, but I thought, how about instead of us fighting it, fuck it, got the other ones. I'll call this segment the quirkiest hero.
Okay. So Quirk Franco. What's his quirk?
You could use so much stuff as your basis for it. That's gonna be my only rule. It has to be attributed to something they've done.
Okay, that makes it a lot easier. A lot easier. A lot easier. Um. Okay. I want to say James Franco has done a lot of different types of work. But I think his most notable is when, or the one that I think of, like, of him, like, seeming to have the most fun is when he works with, um, oh fuck, what's his name? Seth Rogen, right? Um, so I feel like it has to be something related to that.
Like
Um,
pot smoking. It could be absurd too. Like, don't be afraid of making them too OP or like too weak. Okay, so
superpower. Okay, it's alright. I take a while for this some shit like this.
I'll do
Um,
Quirk McAvoy. Okay. And the only reason why I changed their name to Quirk is to make them sound stupid. So Quirk McAvoy. In every movie I can remember him being in, he is bald. And I don't know why. So I'm gonna give him. Man, this is tougher now that I'm on the spot.
okay, I think I got one.
Okay.
So James Franco, when he looks like he has fun and he gives that fucking smile,
Uh
uh, that's his. It's like that fucking the fairy odd parents, the shiny teeth dude. Like
oh, Chip Skylark. So it has
it's so
blinding teeth.
cool that it will like dazzle people. It'll put them in a stupor. So instead of Cyclops showing his eyes and it being a beam, it's his fucking teeth.
It's his teeth. I fucking love it. That's genius.
It's his smile. He has to smile, and then but he can't show it all the time, so he has to cover it. He's wearing his fucking mask, like
Yeah, he's
everyone.
wearing a mask. Ironically, his smile is on the mask, but that's just to fool his nemesis, his villains. All right, so Quirk
So it's
McAvoy,
smiling Franco.
Smiling Franco. Okay, I like that. So now we have to establish their superhero name too. Smiling Franco. So Quirk McAvoy.
There's a lot to pull from. I mean, he's been fucking superheroes actually.
He's been a lot of superheroes.
He's been Split.
I'm gonna give him the amazing ability to make anybody bald just by looking at them.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. Maybe he can control hair. Okay, he can control the hair that falls off of people's heads. That'll be his
Okay.
quirk.
So does he run around with the fucking with the hair shaver and scissors?
Yeah. No, all he has to do is look at them. He looks at them, and all the hair is just gonna fall off, and it's now
So is it
his to
like
control.
he's like is he like a phantom fucking hairdresser and he makes people bald? He just stand like a fucking barber?
I guess he has the curly mustache and everything. That's like the only hair he has on his body.
Curly
What?
mustache.
See, but now I'm just like, what the fuck do we call him? The I mean, we could just call him the barber, hairless,
Baba.
the bob. I'm the Bob. No. I mean, it works too, because if he can just do it with his mind, it's just like his Magneto character. There you
Instead
go.
of metal hair.
Okay, so we
Oh,
have.
he's not a Magneto, he's fucking Xavier.
Well, I feel like we should establish that the barber McAvoy is now officially a villain of the tag team stars.
Oh shit.
But Smiling Franco is a hero. Smiling Franco is a hero. I like that a lot.
He's
Okay.
someone we have to collaborate with. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we have two now. What was the last one? Kevin Quirk.
Kevin Quirky.
All right. So Kevin James.
I feel like you have more experience with Kevin James works for some reason.
Okay, well Kevin James was a zookeeper. Kevin James was gay in a movie.
Was he fake? Wait, wasn't he faking it?
It was
He's
fake,
talking.
but I mean, he can play a gay man.
Okay.
Kevin James was the king of Queens. He's
Yeah.
royalty, obviously. What else has
Mall,
Kevin James been
mall
in?
cop.
Yeah, he was a blart. He was a mall cop. What can we? What if we just make it so that Kevin James' alternate persona is just Paul Blart, but like a Batman version of Paul Blart?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like by day, he's just average actor Kevin Quirk, but at night he's Paul Blart. Nah, that's not creative. I don't know. Fuck. Kevin James. The incredible power to not be funny in anything he's in.
I
Uh,
mean, the big joke in the Paul Blart series apparently is that he falls a lot, and that's funny. That's supposed to be really funny.
I've got it. So Kevin Quirky, he will fall face forward in any direction, and whatever direction he falls forward in, he will start a seismic earthquake in that direction,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like a fault in the ground. That'll be his. We'll call him Drop Dead Kenny. Drop Dead Kenny. So now we've established Smiling Franco, the Barber McAvoy, and Drop Dead Kenny.
Now,
Who
is he a
wins?
tragic character? Is he like he hates falling over, so he takes
He's,
efforts not to, and people trip him in order for him to cause massive destruction?
fuck it. He has a nose like Mozgus in Berserk. He's got the flat nose and flat face. He's like he's just tormented by it. He hates that about himself. So he's like an anti-hero. He's not quite hero. He's not quite villain. But if you
But
need
he
him,
can't. But maybe a villain can convince him to, you know what? All those people that make fun of your face,
yeah,
you just
it's like it's like the Thing in the first Fantastic Four movie. How he's like he hated who he was, and then Doctor Doom somehow convinced him to betray the other members. I like that. So we have it established. We have our hero, Smiling Franco, our villain, the Barber McAvoy, and what was it? Drop Dead Kenny.
drop Kenny. Why Kenny? Why?
Like Kenny? I mean, what else? Just Drop Dead Kevin? Yeah, fuck it, Drop Dead Kevin. I just think it sounds better, but you're right. Drop Dead Kevin. So they're in a three-way battle. Only one can win. Who wins?
Okay. Well, unfortunately for Smiling Franco and Drop Dead Kevin, they both have hair.
Yeah, they do have hair. And okay, so here's the thing. So the Barber McAvoy, he can look at anyone, make them bald, and he can control their hair to do whatever he wants. But let's just say they're not in a populated area. Who the fuck else is he gonna get hair from?
Yeah, the more hair you have, the more the barber can manipulate the hair. So if you have less hair, there's
Uh,
less to work, there's less danger you can be put in. So both of these guys do have short hair.
mm.
But sometimes James Franco has long hair, like in Pineapple Express. So is Smiling Franco long? Smiling Franco is long haired.
Okay, so he probably use it like a rope or like he could probably choke them out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So in this specific battle, I mean, he could even tie the hair together if he wanted and like make a
Now,
rope out of that.
um is the barber McAvoy bald? Is right? He's bald.
Yeah, he has no hair, just the curly mustache.
He's a villain because he's jealous of everyone's hair. Got it. Okay, so
Yeah.
um
Oh, and he
that gives
can't put it on his own head. It won't connect.
right. So that's a disadvantage though because smiling Franco just from the mere sight of a smile can stupefy people. So because because the barber McAvoy cannot use hair to cover his eyes from the smile, he can always be in a state to be to be put out of commission. So
Ooh.
so Smiling Franco has a big advantage. But his hair is a liability.
Uh-huh.
So the barber McAvoy can if he can get to the Smiling Franco's hair, it can be the end for him. But Smiling Franco has the distance game. As long as he makes eye contact, as long as Barber McAvoy makes eye contact
It's
with
so
a
hard to
smile.
keep up with these, I know. Okay, and then we've got Drop Dead Kevin. He has a powerful attack, but they kind of need to stay still long enough for it to really hurt anybody. Like all it'll really do is tremble if they're near it because it's a fucking earthquake. And all things considered, how much pain does he bring himself when he falls? Like, is he conditioned to it by now? He must be because his face is all fucking flattened by it. I really think Drop Dead Kevin stands no chance in this battle. I mean, he probably takes long to do his attack too.
Yeah, the harder he falls, the more the earthquake will be. So he has to have a
Yeah.
running start. He has to really line it up or fall from a high place. We didn't set the stage. What kind of area are they fighting in?
Well,
That also can play a factor.
think of it this way: if they're playing in like an open field, he's got nowhere to go. He can't really. He can make a small earthquake. It would still shake around, but it couldn't do anything. But let's say they were in a city, okay, and there was like a tall building. He could take a skyscraper up. You need time to do that, and they have to like they're gonna notice you're gone. They're gonna prevent you from doing so. So either way, I guess if Barbara McAvoy and Smiling Franco were both so into each other's battle that they gave enough time for Drop Dead Kevin to actually go into an elevator, go all the way up, and leap off the building, then he would have a fighting chance. But
Now, Barber McAvoy can I feel like he can hold Dropped In Kevin by his hair if he is falling
right, he can
from a
grab him
distance.
before he falls.
Yeah, and to stop the momentum and then just drops him when there's no force left.
Hmm.
So, but that has to be before Smiling uh, Franco puts Barbara McAvoy into a suspended state. So
Dude,
it has to be in a flow. So Smiling Franco cannot if
okay, I'm gonna pose this
if drop
scenario.
dead if drop dead Kevin
It's so
is
hard.
going to attack, it has to be for him to win. It has to be while um the Barbara McAvoy is suspended. So it depends on who acts on who first, right? In terms
Yeah.
of who wins.
Honestly, okay, so consider this scenario. So let's just say that maybe somehow McAvoy caught up to Drop Dead Kevin on the top of the building. Maybe he used the hair to climb up, right? And they fell together, and Smiling James, right?
Smiling Franco.
Smiling Franco flashed his teeth beams at them, and they both knocked out. They are all fucked because Kevin James hits that a second he hits that floor, everything is obliterated. So Kevin James needs to plan this out. He needs to make sure that even if what's his name is ascended, that he does not hurt the Barber McAvoy. Because if he does, then the impact will still be as great. You know what I'm saying?
It's ironic. The person that is the fucking stupidest out of all of them has to be the one that has the most strategic uh minded. So it's oh god.
Honestly, I think McAvoy has this one. I think McAvoy has this
Mm.
one.
He has the most options to he can take out both. That's the thing.
Uh-huh.
If he is given the opportunity, he can disable both of them. Uh, Smiling Franco cannot really disable Drop Dead Kevin. Kevin cannot really disable Smiling Franco.
It's if Smiling Franco can get the preemptive strike and like flash them both as soon as they make eye contact, they're boned.
Right.
So
Then you can just go up to them while he's smiling, and then just fucking give him the Vulcan neck strike.
and I mean McAvoy has to look at Franco. He has to look at him.
Because he has
So
no
that his
hair. Yeah.
So at some point they have to make eye contact, and when they're making that eye contact, that's the moment to strike. It's a toss up. It's a toss up, but I think that McAvoy has the edge only because he has so many options.
Now, let's say, can McAvoy manipulate the hair of anything?
Ooh, just human hair. Just human hair, not fur.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
human hair. Is there a distinction in nature? I don't fucking know, but that's his quirk and that's how it works.
Because if there was hair like the hair on a fucking plant, like,
I mean, it's just I feel like okay, so Drop Dead Kevin has a cool power. But he's like a meme. Like he's really just a boulder. A really heavy boulder. That's all he is. So he's out of this equation already. Like if we just take out the boulder, it's fine. So that really just leaves McAvoy and Franco, and I feel like Franco, all he needs is that one flash. So, I mean, McAvoy can't stop Franco just by looking at him. He has to get the hair, control the hair, and then let the hair do what he wants it to do. So, Franco, if he can get that one strike, immediately he's already at the advantage. So, I'm changing my vote.
You're going Smiling Franco?
Smiling Franco.
Okay, I placed my bet on Smiling Franco, but I feel like the Barber McAvoy can win. It can win. It just has to be really cautious about looking at his face. You don't have to look at people's faces, but for the hair, it's kind of a big deal.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put these three on a wheel. Make this easy. I accidentally did one I didn't want to do. Oh my god. Okay. So we got Franco. We got Mac. And we got
Kevin.
Kev. Alright, let's spin the wheel.
Is this who wins?
Yeah. David?
Who won?
Smiling Franco. Hell yeah! Smiling Franco! Alright. That was fun. How does Smiling Franco win? Preemptive strike. He gets it in. Maybe at some point, Drop Dead Kevin can start a seismic wave before he can get to it. But after that, once he gets up, Franco's already right in front of him. Flashes him with his teeth, saves the day.
I think I made a winner.
Yeah, dude. This was a great idea. I'm glad we did this. I knew we could do something fun. I wanted to do another round of that, but that took kind of a while. Do you want to just let it settle, or?
Yeah, one's enough. One's enough.
All right, man. So
with that, do you want to take a break?
Yes, but before we do that, just want to establish we just technically did a Who Can Possibly Defeat Tag Team Stars Legacy. That's what we're calling that. The quirkiest hero. These three are all canon. And could we defeat them? Yeah. But how would we do it? Perhaps on a future episode. All right.
Whoever wins makes it into the list of people we have to fight.
The gauntlet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fuck it then. This took a while. I got a lot of shit to talk about. So,
we'll be back.
Smiling. All right. a impromptu break. And got lots to talk about. Now comes the media portion of the Talkcast, as we often do.
The stuff we have been consuming, and we will tell you how we feel about it.
But we will save games to the second. We'll do TV first.
All
Just-
right, that's faster than me because I haven't watched any TV. Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true.
Well, that's why I
Uh,
figured. But
I actually did watch some TV recently.
well, we'll talk about it in a minute. So the last season of The Mandalorian came out, and really that's the only TV I watch. I play games mostly during COVID. There's so many games and so many sales going on, you know. Where does the time go playing games? But that's beside the point.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of YouTube instead. And
Oh yeah, for sure. Me too.
that's actually, might as well segue. I was watching a fuck ton of Hot Ones.
Oh right, you want to talk about this? Okay.
All right, so for a long time, I really didn't like Sean Evans. I didn't like the way he spoke. I didn't like the way he spoke to the celebrities. And while he may be on his high horse and he may think himself a celebrity, he certainly has, you know, um, established himself as a sort of internet icon.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't like him. There's something I didn't like about him. And I just kind of decided, like after watching the newer episodes, like you know what, I'm gonna watch the first ones and see where they came from. And I watched the first season. I like want to hang out with Sean Evans. He
Oh,
seems
how he was before.
so real, like so like he doesn't feel like he's phoning it in for the celebrities. He seems like such a real, raw, just a regular guy. I like that. I like honest people. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
certain there's still some honesty there in the newer episodes, but I feel like he's trying too hard not to be so like try to be welcoming, inviting to the celebrities, and I think that's lame. Like when you talk to them like they're regular people instead of making it purely about the interview, and it is an interview show, despite what you may think. It's just like funny interviews while you're on under pressure.
While you're in pain, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. You kind of rob us of that genuinity. What is it? Genuity,
Authenticity.
authenticity. Thank you. That's not
I
to
can
say
definitely see that.
yeah. That's not to say the show is worse later on. I mean, it's still watchable. It's totally watchable to see celebrities like choke on their fucking wings. But I think that the fun part for me is just seeing Sean Evans shoot the shit with people in the earlier seasons, and then later on, it's all about the celebrities. And I guess that's the point, right? You see the episode like, oh shit, my favorite celebrity is eating hot wings. I got to see that. Gordon Ramsay's eating
Mm-hmm.
hot wings. Alton Brown is eating hot wings. Uh,
Eric Andre's eating hot wings.
oh god, I love those. Weird Al Yankovic's eating hot wings. But I want to like Sean Evans. I don't want to hate him, you know. And I feel like I respect him more now that I've seen that first season or two, because he's really come from just doing this YouTube channel into his own. Like he's the host of Hot Ones. You think Hot Ones? You think Sean Evans?
Right.
So
He definitely developed as he kept doing more and more interviews.
mm,
He wanted to be more of a presenter, of a host, and I feel like he was more fun earlier on.
mm.
It is more about the celebrities now.
I have a theory about
Right.
what happened. I call it the Howard Stern effect.
Um,
And Howard Stern is the prime example of this. When he started out, he'd criticize everybody. He'd talk shit about celebrities. He'd say like really raunchy things about celebrities. You couldn't filter him. That was his thing. He told it like it is. And if you listen to him now, he's so fucking lame. He tells jokes about his mom and dad. He like pretends to be them for like 20 minutes at a time. Uh, he'll call them the whack packers, and he won't even insult them the way he used to. Better off. I mean, the whack pack can carry themselves, but just an example. Uh, and the celebrity interviews, it's just like Howard Stern gives the best interviews. I mean, he's a good interviewer, but God, the conversations he'd get into with all these comedians was fucking awesome. And now that he's gone old, he's taken himself too seriously, and he's absolutely adopted that lifestyle that he used to criticize constantly in his
Yeah.
earlier years.
Becoming what you hated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
Hey man, you know what? Money solves a lot of your personal gripes with things. Once you have a lot of money, you're like, oh fuck it, I don't give a shit anymore.
yeah, you're absolutely right. And I'm not saying that Sean Evans is anywhere near as bad a person as Howard Stern. Far from it. I think Howard Stern is a horrid human being. But I mean, he was before, but he was real, and I respected him for it. Now he's just kind of like a fucking media corporate bastard. Funny enough, I got free Sirius. Don't ever get free Sirius for the Christmas music. But then I just decided I'm gonna hop over to Howard Stern because you don't get fucking Sirius radio for the radio. You get it for Howard Stern. The man is boring as fuck. And it used to be fun. The fun thing was just Howard would like berate and insult his staff because they were stupid and doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing. Maybe it was staged or not, but I don't care. It was just fun. We can't even do that anymore. He's stuck in his home at COVID, and he's the biggest germaphobe ever because he's a pussy. And I'm guarantee you, Howard will never go back to the studio. He will only ever do the show from his home. I
Huh.
I can't believe that's so lame. I want him to interact with the people there. That's fun.
Right.
Now it's like just him safely in his room. No one can hurt him. No one can annoy him. But we're not talking about.
I honestly forget we used to do the fucking podcast together in a room.
Yeah, we're so used to
That's
doing
kind
it.
of sad. Wow.
I want to eliminate that as soon as we can. By the way, but
Yeah.
I mean it's convenient now. So, but
There's,
yeah, I'm not
there's
talking
energy
about.
that we get from it. But yeah.
I'm not talking about Howard Stern. I could talk about him for hours.
So I can talk about I want to. Have you seen videos by Sam Jones talking to famous people? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know who that is.
It's the black and white interview show on YouTube where it's a guy talking to celebrities.
No, but I'll look into it later. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe that is what you like, where he talks with with celebrities. I feel like more like they're people, like what you say you like.
Yeah.
Um, I mean he does like he does acknowledge like the accomplishments they made, but like he doesn't like fawn over them or whatever like the
Uh-huh.
fucking interviews usually do, you know? I feel like he's more having a down to earth conversation with them and it's more calm. It's more it's more authentic, but
I
I
mean,
definitely would like to know what you think about it.
I'll give it. I'll check him out later, David. But I'll give it to Howard Stern. And the one thing about his interviews that I can absolutely agree with is that fucker can make you talk. He can get you to
Mhm.
open up about shit. And I know that because every time there's certain celebrity is on the Howard Stern show, I will see news articles about it, what they said, what they did. Actually, some like a major revelation came out. I think someone talked about Weinstein, and that was like a
Mm,
circulating a lot. And I remember one time when I was listening to the Howard Stern show, he was talking to Lance Armstrong, and he would just keep questioning him about when he
yeah.
cheated in the drugs. I think who's the quarterback for the Patriots?
Oh, I don't know.
It might have been him too, but I'm certain it was Lance Armstrong. So he can make you comfortable enough where you sing like a fucking canary, but it's just so fake. He's such a fake human being. Oh, we're not talking about Howard Stern. So Sean Evans, I
Right.
respect the fuck out of you, Sean Evans, but I do think that you've lost the integrity of it. And the benefit of the doubt, he kind of has to do that because not every celebrity is going to be cool with just, talking to you and everything. Like, you're not
Yeah.
friends, but yeah.
Yeah. So it's now his show is catering to celebrities and helping them with their with them promoting their projects. It's a part of the promo tour. It's always kind of been that, but it's more about the celebrities now, like you said. So I feel like it's the opposite of like what the Eric Andre show does, where they get people and they do not tell them what at all what the show is going to be,
Yeah.
unless they know already what the show is ahead of time. But they try to get people that don't know what they're getting into. Um, Whereas the hot ones, like no, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Like most of them now, for sure, they know, and they're okay with it, and then uh they do it for to promote their thing. It's totally different, um, uh, totally different mindsets to create a show.
Yeah. I mean, when they were first starting, it's not like they got like A-list actors. They were doing fucking Dirt Nasty of all people. So,
Wait, they had Dirt
Eddie
Nasty?
Wong, yeah, you
Oh,
should
I
look at
didn't
it.
see that one. I didn't see that one.
Season 1. I guess back when
Oh
they weren't
shit.
popular. But they had
Okay.
Eddie Wong. He's a famous chef.
Yeah, Eddie One.
Just celeb comedians and stuff like that. So he could be more relaxed, but I totally get it. I just wish it didn't have to be that way. But well, you got to do what you got to do. So Sean Evans, I used to not like you, but I absolutely respect the fuck out of you now. And I just want to say that there's only one thing you still do that bugs the shit out of me, and I'll never get over it. He talks to celebrities on a first name basis, and I have two theories on why. So, like, let's say The Rock. The Rock is eating wings with him. He's like, "All right, The Rock, what are we doing? All right, Dwayne, you ready to the one?" I think he does it because he knows he can fucking do it and get away with it. And two, probably to make them feel comfortable. It's one or the other. It can't be both. So I know that sounds stupid, right?
I
But
feel like it has to be to make them comfortable. I don't feel like he's that much of an asshole.
I don't know. I mean, think of it this way: there's got to be a celebrity out there who fucking hates it when you call them by their first name. It's like, you're not my friend. You can't call me like that. Like, you call me sir. I know he knows he can get away with it. So I think that is why he does it. But
I think
it
that's
always
bullshit. Whoever
irks me.
fucking thinks like that is an asshole.
I think it irks me. Well, what if he is an asshole? It would be the one
No, I
real
mean
thing
like
he
you
does
can't
to me.
call me by my name. Fuck off.
Well, I mean, if you think you're the fucking king of the world, and I'm certain there's actors who feel that way, probably like Mariah Carey or something. But
Wait.
you are not, like, you're above that. I'm a king, It's that Griffith mentality. Then again, Griffith was out by his name.
We'll get into Berserk later.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, hot ones, pretty good. Sean Evans, I respect the fuck out of you.
I have not been into the spicy foods.
Mm,
Watching Hot
Me
Ones and Hot
neither.
Sauce has really illuminated me onto maybe putting more
Effort.
maybe be more open to hot sauce, especially the uh the first tier, the first rank ones.
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna explore the later ones, but yeah.
I can handle like hot Cheetos or like I can just eat those and not be like, oh fuck, it's hot. Oh fuck. I used to be like that when I was a kid, but like, give me a bag of fries. Oh fuck yeah, I love fries. Hot fries, hot Cheeto fries. Those are good. But I had like medium heat uh chicken wings from Buffalo Wild Wings once, and I was fucking crying like a baby. So I can handle a nice mild spice. If it ruins my dinner, then it's like, nah, I'm okay. Like, don't ruin my food. If it's a nice heat, then it's good. If it's so much that I can't enjoy my food, then fuck that. Not worth it.
Yeah,
Not even
that's
for the
always
novelty.
yeah, I feel like just the aftermath, shitting
Hmm.
out is always going to be an issue. So I've tried to avoid it just on that basis alone. But I'm more curious now. I'm more open thanks to Hot Ones.
Me too. Me too. I've been curious about getting some of their hot sauce too.
I'd get the lowest ranked one, the whatever it is.
I want the
Yeah.
one that Alton Brown said was good. So I trust that man's
Hey,
palate. I love Alton Brown, even though he seems
is
like a bit of a douche.
is Owen Brown the guy that did the Food Network shows?
Good eats.
Good Eats and the Unwrapped, I think, right?
No, Unwrapped was somebody else. He did Iron Chef. He was the host of Iron
Oh
Chef.
yeah, Unwrapped was someone else.
Hmm.
But it's the guy with the glasses, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, he was on there. Shit. Okay.
Funny enough, he actually recorded one of the music videos for one of my favorite REM songs. I didn't even know it. So that was cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he used to do the music videos. Anywho, yeah, so that's
Uh,
once.
yeah.
Um,
That's YouTube.
well, actually, no, it's not. It's not the end of it because I don't know why this is the case, but every single episode of Hell's Kitchen is just on YouTube for free, uploaded by the company that owns the rights to that show.
Okay.
I binged the first 12 seasons of that show in a row, and I can honestly say the first like 3 or 4 seasons, oh fuck, it's so good. It's like just pure insult, pure rage, fucking Gordon Ramsay.
Fucking donkey.
My favorite thing he's ever said in that show is, "Get the fuck out of my face, you fucking fat sack of Yankee Danky Doodle shite." God, such an abstract, beautifully bleh. Such an abstract, beautifully crafted insult, and you don't get those from the newer episodes. He's
uh,
he's too nice, and you can tell he's humbled a bit because he's a celebrity chef. Um, the first
yeah.
5 seasons are good. Season 6, I think, is a contender too, but then season 10 is like it's a contender for the best season of Hell's Kitchen. That is
Oh, okay.
phenomenally good. It ends on a high note, and then season 11 happens. My God, man, what are you doing? Season
Hmm.
11 is okay. So every season starts with the taste test, where every chef has to make something that proves to Gordon Ramsay that you've made something worth eating, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that.
So in season 11, they started doing audiences.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's awful, and he just does it so that Gordon can do one more one-liners and be witty. So it's awful, 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 awful. Season 11, season 12, maybe the worst seasons I've ever seen. And I think season
Uh,
13 started to pick up, but that's when I stopped completely. Because
okay, so
you can only take so
yeah,
much out of the kitchen. Go ahead.
it's 1 through 6 and then 10, basically.
I mean, those first 10 seasons are good, but 1 through 6, whichever one has the least, and then season 10, contender, contender.
All right, sounds cool. I used to watch that when I was a kid, and I would definitely like watching it.
Well, my
Um,
brother, my brother loves those shows, so I would always watch it with him. But then I just kind of decided, all right, fuck it, I'll watch it from the beginning. It was noise in the background, but after a while, I got super invested. So yeah,
yeah, it's a red team, blue team, red versus blue.
I kind of
Um,
wish they wouldn't do guys versus girls. Like they always do that, and then one year they stopped doing it. It's like, no, fuck it, we're going back to guys versus girls. It's like, God, Gordon. I guess they don't want the guys or the girls to hurt each other or whatever, but that's never happened on the show. Probably because they do boys and girls. Whatever, whatever. I'm done. That's it.
I mean, for YouTube stuff, we could talk about Mega 64.
I never like it when we bring up Mega 64 on the podcast. gonna be blunt, but this time it's okay
Okay.
because something tragic happened that has been a staple in my life for years.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What did you want to talk about? The Eva video?
Yeah.
We could talk about that first.
So I was there when they announced it, um, at Anime Expo, when a fucking earthquake happened. I think it was 2018.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I saw a preview and I was excited. I rewatched Ava, I think the next year, when I talked about it. But
Yep.
yeah, I think they did a good job. So the past ones they did were Metal Gear Solid and what was the other one? Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
right? So I think
But
this one is
Dragon
definitely
Ball Z the
the
first
best
one.
production value, the best production they've done.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
I mean, all the sets with the. I mean, they did all the fucking. I don't know if they did all the battles, but they did a lot of the angel designs and them fucking fighting it. It's pretty cool. They had a montage scene of fighting the angels. I
Yeah, it
think
looks good.
Sean as Shinji was definitely the best choice.
Shauna Shinji was brilliant. It was. They even acknowledged that what was it? The Kaji died. Like the legendary
Derek was
Kaji died moment.
Derek Kaji.
That was
that
amazing.
was hilarious. Um,
Wait,
and oh my god, and Garrett as
Garrett.
Kaoru.
Garrett was Kaoru. Wait, Derek
Ace.
wasn't Kaji, was he?
I mean, sorry, Garrett. Did I say
No,
Garrett
no, no,
was?
no. Garrett
Uh,
wasn't Kaji. It was somebody else.
no, not Kaji. Sorry.
Kaoru.
Taji. Derek was Taji.
Yeah. He was Taji. I might have misheard you, but
Wait, there's seriously name. There's Kaji and Taji, right? Those are those are two actual characters that their names are so similar.
I know for sure that the guy is Kaji because they fucking. I must have seen that video a million times. I love seeing that video.
I did
Apparently,
not notice those two names were so similar until now. Jesus.
yeah, it's Kaji.
Okay. Yeah, Derek is Taji, and then I don't know the actor that does Kaji.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh,
You're right.
Toji. Toji.
Kaji and
Okay.
Toji.
These
Okay, so
fucking Japanese names, man. How am I supposed to? How am I supposed to understand this shit?
I'm just so glad they acknowledged the fucking Kaji died scene. Listen, I don't like talking about Make 64 on the Talkcast, not because I hate them, but I'm afraid I'll say something. And Sean is he doesn't pay attention to things. I'll say it that way. I'll say he has a short attention span and doesn't like good things. And he probably told me to go fuck off if I said that to him. But anyway, yeah, I thought that Evangelion video was really done. I think as far as casting is concerned, Sean perfect, Garrett perfect, Rocco perfect.
Hmm.
Rocco was the. There's no one who could have played uh, Gendo outside of Rocco. It had to have been Rocco. There's just no way.
Hmm.
And I'm glad Derek played so few characters because he's better at directing. Say that now.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and then I'm always surprised by the female people that they get for this because I don't know them. So
Yeah,
the
I thought that Ray and Oscar were pretty good. I wasn't crazy about.
um
I always forget her name. She's like best girl.
Mitsuko,
Ritsuko. No. That's the other girl. That's the blonde one.
Ritsuko, Mitsuru.
Oh my god.
Fuck, what the fuck's
This
her
is
name,
pissing me off. Like
dude?
we should know this. I'm mad. I'm mad that I don't remember her name. She's one of the best characters in the show. Disgusted with myself. This is ridiculous.
Is it not Mitsuru?
Misato.
Misato. Fuck.
Yeah, she was the worst. But I mean, I know that they do pretty much amateur movies. Like that's their style. They like just making it look
Mm,
low budget. So I can't
yeah.
really fault them for that, you know. But, man, if they would just stop casting their friends and everything, it'd be great.
Yeah, Kevin in there was kind of like, eh.
Was he in there?
Yeah, he was.
Oh my god, man, that guy. It's cool. It's cool. I'm glad. What's his name wasn't in it. The new guy. He's cool. I think he's cool. Just that, man. I
Johnny.
feel like, yeah. I don't know if
Yeah, he's not a
he
screen
gets.
presence. He's not a screen presence.
Yeah, cool
Um.
guy though. I like seeing him. Like seeing him on the podcast. So yeah,
But I was excited. I'm excited. I guess they're doing an end of Evangelion one too.
part two. That's gonna be exciting. I know these videos probably aren't gonna reach this massive um, audience that their other videos have, but I hope it at least breaks like 300,000, like maybe more than that. They say they don't do it for the money, but when they do stuff like that, I feel like they really deserve it because they put,
Yeah, they should be recognized for their effort.
yeah, all things
Uh,
considered.
and the video feels like shorter than it is.
Yeah, it really
I mean, it
does.
really does feel 5 minutes long, but it really is
That's a
10.
good sign. That's a good sign. 'Cause you're
Hmm.
really enjoying it, and once it's over, it's like, oh, it's over. Yeah, it's a really good sign.
I okay. I don't know. This is cast exclusive. For some reason, the person that plays Asuka, I could swear they might. Like, I don't know. I get a feeling that they do like porn, or that they've been in porn. I'm probably wrong. That's just the impression I get.
You think they really did cast people, and some of the people that answered the cast probably were porn stars?
Maybe. I mean, that's just the vibe I get from her. But
I'm not
I can
saying they
definitely see it
all.
like an amateur porn like person that likes Evangelion would answer that.
Uh huh.
I can see that for sure.
Jesus Christ. See, this is why I hope we never get popular. Like we're
I
just
don't
saying
know.
shit we know it's
Someone
good.
fact check me. I just that's just the something I took away from it. Like, yo, does that girl do porn?
Like
Shit.
we talk so much shit. I'm almost certain they hate us. They would hate us. I love them so much, and I don't want them to hate us. But I mean,
We're just dumbasses. That young dumbasses. All right.
nah, own it, own it, own your opinion.
No, I
Um,
do, but I'm not a professional um, mass
yeah,
media
neither are
speaker.
they.
I am.
Okay, so Christmas cast.
Uh, yeah. So I am. I guess. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I made it a tradition that every year at my Christmas party that I would throw, we would watch the Christmas
Mm.
cast. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I mean, even if people weren't paying attention or whatever, it was just nice to have going on. I'd watch it with a friend, sometimes live, sometimes not. And it's weird not having it this year. It's something I look forward to. And what did they do? They did a documentary instead. I didn't watch it.
So so they were actually gonna do the documentary anyway. That was something Johnny did on his own.
Uh,
It was gonna be a pre-show to the Christmas cast, but they ended up canceling the Christmas cast.
I know, like you'd have to be stupid not to know why it was canceled either.
Yeah, I just found out, seeing the live stream, but Rocco got tested positive. But
Rocco tested positive.
he got a test result that was positive, so he got another one and it was negative. So they just played it safe, I think. That's why.
That's fucking scary, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks hardcore. They're probably not gonna do anything in the main room in the building since Rocco's been in there too.
Hmm.
That's fucking crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah. It's a live stream video he did. It's on the archive channel, um, where he talks about it, and yeah, I totally understand given that reason. And he was
Um,
saying how Sean is a nervous person, and yeah, even but he was down for it. But yeah, him getting that result, don't want to risk anything. That's for sure.
So he got positive first, then negative.
Yeah,
How do you fuck that up? Like,
I mean, it could be a false positive. You know, it's always a percentage chance that can happen.
well, it was a shame that it couldn't happen this year, but it's totally understandable. As is, this is the year of COVID. Everything's been canceled by COVID, so it only made sense. But it's still a bummer. It's just they hyped it up, and I thought, yeah, like one thing, but it's totally respectable why they didn't do it. You know, so many things we gotta set an example. Put it that way. Gotta set an example that even though we have traditions, they gotta be put on hold because lives are at stake. You know,
Hmm.
so
I mean, the worst thing that could happen is that someone got COVID because of Christmas cast, and that would ruin it,
and they would all
especially that
point
year.
fingers to Rocco too, because he probably didn't have it, but they're just like, well, he got the positive, so
Mm.
yeah, it would look really bad on everyone's part. So good on them, I guess.
Uh, I did like the documentary. I did see it. Because I don't really watch the Christmas cast. I watch clips of some things. I always thought it was like hours long, but apparently it's only like 90 minutes most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
right? So maybe I'll go back and watch some. Um, but I did enjoy the documentary. For some parts I thought it was fake. Like I thought they were definitely playing it up,
No way.
but maybe not. Maybe not because I don't know.
Did Rocco at least? Did he at least lick the Santa shirt on the stream?
Oh, I didn't. I think he had it on, but I'm not sure. I didn't see all of it.
Probably didn't want to taint it with COVID. But
Yeah, that's the worst thing that he contained it with. Nah,
yeah,
no
true.
way.
There's so much. There's probably already syphilis on that thing. But anyway, I feel like we've said what needed to be said, and sad it didn't happen. But I'm glad that we have the memories, and I'm glad that Johnny made that video. That's cool of him. I'm gonna end. Is it cool if I end it?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
bit. I want to end this with one of my favorite moments on the Christmas cast. See, Rocco had this bottle, and what it does is you piss in it, and it converts it into
yeah.
drinkable water.
I can't believe I saw that.
And he drank it, and I think someone else drank it too. And it's actually at the very end of the podcast where it's just a close up of Rocco's face outside vomiting, and he goes, "I just drank my own piss." It cuts off. I'll never forget that. That's the best. That's the best Christmas cast ever.
Hmm.
So good tidings to them, and I hope everything works out. Hope Rocco doesn't have COVID, and well, I hope they get recognized for what they do right.
Hmm. Oh. Also, just for Mega 64. Sorry. Is it okay if I go on?
Yes, of course. I'm quiet, so you can continue.
So, they did a video of them trashing a fucking PS5. Um, I thought it was good. You know, it was definitely funny. Putting the fucking mayonnaise to it and shit. Oh my god. Um,
It's a good
but
video, yeah.
it drew some ire. Another uh person I watched, Review Tech USA, uh said, "Come on, guys. You know, like this is a low bar.
He
This is
said
low for
that.
them to do." Like I'm like, "Come on, really, Rich?"
He
Yeah.
fucking said that. All right, so this is gonna be the time where I actually defend Mega 64. You fuckers! How dare you criticize them for doing what they wanted to do with the item they purchased? They bought two of them. They clearly had the PlayStation, and like, oh well, I mean, nobody can have them now. You don't need it now. There's nothing worth a damn to play on that thing right now. I don't know what you people are complaining about. Are you so urgent to play Sackboy? Are you so urgent to play Dark Souls again? It's like, Jesus, come on, guys, everyone wants to. That's so shitty of review tech, like aping a fire.
Yeah, I think it's definitely not worth it.
That
That was bad of him to do.
that
I think
seriously
he's totally
changes.
not wrong. And he was saying like, "Oh, Make 64, uh, they used to be good with the GEC videos, but you know, they really should do better." I'm like, "Wow, fuck off, really?"
I'll just say it was theirs. They bought it, and they could do whatever the fuck they want with it.
He acknowledged that, but he was saying like, "Oh, come on, like, people want the PS5s, like you were
It's
saying." But like,
just
I feel like,
one,
yeah,
and it's the one nobody wants. So it clearly wasn't hard for them to get it.
and I feel like you know they did they put effort into that video. They did more than the fucking. He references that people make these videos all every launch, every new console of destroying the console. But I feel like the way they did it was actually a good video. You know, they made it creative. They made it
I'm glad.
good to watch. They put music over it.
I'm glad you mentioned this. I'm glad you mentioned this because PlayStation 5, why are you people so fucking crazy over this system? Like, it's not even, it doesn't even have games. I mean, I'm sure PS3 had more games than this during launch. What is it? What does it have that's worth a damn that you people get so upset over it? Just Dark Souls? Dark Souls and Miles Morales? I heard it sold
Demon Souls.
I heard it
Yeah.
sold like 70% less than the original game did. And that, I mean, that's probably in part too that nobody can get a fucking PS5.
Hmm.
But what is worth playing on this system? Also, Demon Souls is a remake. It's the same game.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind. Miles Morales is technically the same game too, just built on the same engine. Sackboy, I hear is decent, but no one's pissing their pants for Sackboy except me.
Yeah.
I'd get Sackboy. I'm just saying, you guys
Uh,
are getting mad at them for making a video using like it was funny. I thought it was funny.
and then you know what? I feel like if he's gonna get mad over that, I think he should get more mad at the loading ready run guys who have made the guy that has three PS3s,
Mm.
four PS4s, and recently released the video of him having five PS5s. If you're gonna get mad at someone, fucking get mad at that guy, all right? Because that's a lot of PS5s for one dude.
And you know what? It runs in the Mega 64 like history of fucking with people. So
Yeah.
I
At the end
mean,
of the video, taking it to a GameStop.
if you could argue anything, it's that this is the most Mega 64 video ever Mega 64. So yeah,
And because it got a reaction out of you, it's art. So fuck off.
watch when the PlayStation 5 gets more popular in the future, people are gonna look back on this video and laugh at it. It's fine, totally fine. All right, and we will never bring up Mega 64 again until something cool happens.
All right,
It's
fair
just,
enough.
I feel like they're not worth. We should just have a YouTube segment where we talk about all YouTubers because it's like, because to me it's like we're acknowledging them as this like holy presence, and I don't want to be known as the Mega 64 fanboys. You know what I mean? As much as I love them and I am a fanboy, it's like I want to talk about like if we're gonna talk about YouTubers, just talk about every fucking YouTuber at that point.
All right, maybe we'll do that.
Yeah,
This
so
is
I
the
just saw
last
the
one
Super
of
Eye
year.
Patch Wolf video. No,
I could. I was thinking of talking about it, but I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I knew you would, but yeah.
No, uh, you know what? This is the end of year two. We are
Mhm.
always changing,
Oh
seeing
wow,
what we want out of the Talkcast, and we will see you in year three if we what we'll do.
we're totally gonna talk about them again. I fucking love those guys, faults and all. Fuck Eye Patch Wolf though. He's a bitch.
All right.
Nah, I love that guy too. You know who I don't love? The guy who's like, today I'm gonna tell you how blah blah blah. I got started, and then how we blah blah blah. You don't remember that guy? He did like video essays, and then he would write. Oh, he was the worst. I don't even want to remember his name. I don't
Yeah,
want to
don't
give him.
invoke his name.
Yeah, he's a plebeian. So that was Meg
Yeah.
64. The only other thing I saw was The Mandalorian, and out of respect for David, I am not going to spoil it for him. But I'm certain he's going to get spoiled. I'm certain he's going to get spoiled. It's going to
Well,
upset.
we'll see next month. We'll talk about Clone Wars and The Mandalorian in detail.
Okay.
And Rebels.
Oh yeah. How long do you think it'll take you to finish all that?
1 month.
You better get to it.
All right.
Just have it playing on a second monitor while you're playing Cyberpunk or something.
Well,
There
we're
you
still
go.
talking about media.
Yeah.
And we'll get to Cyberpunk and my progress with it later.
Alrighty.
What do you want to talk about next?
Okay, hang on. Are you done with TV?
Yeah.
Let's
Wait,
talk
no, no,
about
no, no,
music.
no. Sorry. Shit.
Oh. Oh, you always do this. Go ahead.
I didn't have it on my list. Sorry.
Okay.
I watched the first 3 episodes of season 4 of Attack on Titan, and
Oh my god.
you asked for TV, fucker, and this is what I watched.
Okay, fair enough. But I don't want to hear spoilers because I might actually read it. Too many people,
Okay.
for some reason, right now are convincing me to watch or read at least Attack on Titan. So I might do that. I might do that.
And I'm one of them.
Yeah,
Uh,
you.
Attack on Titan, I think, is a good show. Um, and season 4, I am excited to see the rest of it. Um, it's definitely building up, and I can't wait to see what happens. It is they label it as the final season, so there's that at least.
The Mandalorian season 2 was great. And I'm not necessarily okay with how it's just a gateway for more shows, but from how they tackled it, it was still didn't really hurt the final product too much.
Hmm.
So I'll just say that I'd love to get into it, but like I said, out of respect for you, I won't say anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, well that's TV.
Mhm. Let's talk about music.
So I guess I'll go first.
Good.
I well, Kevin has talked about him really liking the song "Next to You," and I've only
Yeah.
recently heard it. I've been avoiding it, to be honest, because I think I've heard a snippet of it and I wasn't into it. And then Kevin talked about it, how it was great, and that put me off because I didn't want to not like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there's one night where I was trying to avoid doing homework,
Mm.
and I was looking for music, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just see what it is, what the song is. And wow, it is completely different from what I would expect from Nujabes, and it's
Right?
fantastic. It's a great song.
It's it's like his most underrated song. It blows my mind every time I hear it. And I feel like the reason it's so underrated is that New Jobs is already like underground kind of hip hop. So already select people listen to New Jobs. But then I feel like Next View is just so out of their comfort zone that they don't really acknowledge it too much as the other songs. Like
Hmm.
everybody talks about Aurorian Dance. They talk about Flower, I mean Feather, Lady
Hmm.
Brown, all the popular ones. Hair piled up high, etc. And this song feels like feels like it was ripped from a movie. Like it's so grandiose, and it starts soft, but then I think it's a flute. I think I was told it was a flute. Once the flute kicks in, it
Yeah,
is
the
just
flute.
magical.
picks it up, man. It's great.
Mhm. And I've actually heard the original cover, the original well, the main
The sample,
sample.
where it comes from.
It's I don't know. It's a name I cannot pronounce, but it's like Polish jazz. If you look up Polish jazz and new jobs, it'll come up on YouTube. It's like a white cover with a black and white picture of the guy, but it's just as good. And I feel like the horns amplify it, but I could listen to both like for hours. It's such a good song. Next View, it's epic. It's epic. It's melancholy, but it's grand at the same time. And I really like that song for doing like it makes me feel so many different emotions at the same time.
Hmm. So you're saying it's a grand melon? It's got grand melons.
David, the boobies on this song are so massive I'm practically coming staring at it.
All right then.
Damn, that was not the response I expected. Was it really that raunchy?
I agree. I agree.
Okay, so hey, that was cool. It was cool. I didn't expect you to mention that.
Well, that's new for me in music for and yeah, new
It's
news
a
I guess.
it's a really good song, and it's inspired a lot of ideas in me. You know, I like to come up with stories. Kind of why I read a lot because I like to get inspired, and that's like the unofficial theme to my ideas. Sometimes, like when I hear that, it's just the blood gets pumping, and I'm like, yeah, like shit's getting started. So that song means a lot to me.
I
Next
have another
view,
music topic.
go
You
ahead.
have something else?
Well, if we're doing back and forths, the new Avalanches album came out, and if you guys don't know who Avalanches is, they're an Australian DJ group. Uh, I think that's what they call it. They do plunderphonics, and that's the kind of genre like if you know Pogo, who did the Disney.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you take samples and you use them to make new songs. And I think the Avalanches, Since I Left You, their first huge album, like this album was massive. People still listen and buy this album. It's so good. Uh, it had the record for the most samples used in one album. I think that the record was beaten, but pretty impressive feat at the time.
Hmm.
So then they had a follow up album, Wallflower. I think it's Wallflower. That album is also good. It's not as good as Since I Left You, but there's some really great songs on there. Have you heard the song that's like, "If she don't love me, what can I do?" No,
No,
just put
not
up.
yet.
That's the best song off that. Or oh, Frankie Sinatra. That no, not ringing any bells.
No,
Oh,
not really.
what about the song "That Boy Needs Therapy"? Psychosemantics. That boy needs therapy. No,
I think I have. I think I have.
everyone knows that one. Since I left you, I left the world something new. They got so many songs. I'm not gonna sing the whole discography here for you, but look them up. You'll love them. Especially like if you're ever doing homework or just working on something. If you're having the Avalanches Since I Left You playing on the background, dude, you're gonna get so much shit done. It's the perfect background music. But anyway, they made a new album. Oh, go ahead, David. Were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna say sick. So they're like, so they are like in the same genre of like pogo.
I feel like that's even an understatement. They set the bar for pogo.
Hmm.
They set the standard.
Cool.
They're huge. They're incredibly respected, and they do other stuff too. But I don't see them acknowledge it too much. But anyway, so their new album came out. Fuck, I don't remember what it was called, but I listened to it a little bit. Their singles came out for it, and the best one is, I believe it's called "Running Red Lights," and it has Rivers Cuomo from Weezer. If you don't know who that is, he's the main singer, and
Okay.
Rivers can drown in one for real. But he's good in this song. He's good in this song. Running, red lights, red lights, red lights. That was a banger. It's probably the catchiest song on that album. And I listened to it again, and it occurred to me something that's happened that never really happens with Avalanche's albums, at least with me, is that all of the best songs were spoiled before the actual album came out, and
Oh.
I was left a little disappointed.
Mhm.
And it's also not as bouncy or energetic as their other albums. So, first impressions were it's okay, but I don't know if it's got that punchiness of Since I Left You or Wallflower. And
Mhm.
Wallflower was very like probably more energetic than Since I Left You. In fact, the new album I feel is more closer to that first album than the second album. But it's just I kind of expected more. Like you should have let it just be a nice surprise for when it came out instead of just releasing it individually. And they never done that before with their albums. I feel like last time they released a video for their Frank Sinatra song, and then they did the um, shit. I hate that I can't. I hate when I can't remember stuff. But anyway, I don't know. I feel like I have to re-listen to it because people are saying it's a great album. Maybe I missed something the first time around, but
Yeah, that can always be the case.
Running Red Lights though, catchy ass song, probably my favorite or the most listenable song at this point. I feel like that's rude to say, but give it another
Cool.
listen. Maybe see if I like it.
Well, you definitely
Now,
got my interest.
you're interested?
Yeah, I'm interested now.
I think it's imperative that you listen to the albums in order. So, Since I Left You,
Okay,
then
cool.
Wallflower, then etc. But yeah, dude, trust. It's kind of I guess you could compare it to New Jobs in that it's got this mellow vibe to it, but then there's also the bangers in there.
Mhm.
It's a great album. It's
Okay,
one of my favorite albums.
cool.
All right,
Uh,
and just one more album because another album came up like right after that. That was also something that was really. What were you going to talk about, David?
no, go on. I'll have 2 in a row.
Okay, so Man on the Moon 3 came out. If you don't know what that is, Kid Cudi, when he first popped out, he released an album called Man on the Moon, and that album had some fucking bangers. My guy, I gotta double check if Day and Night came out on that album. I want to say it did, but I know that first album was produced
Oh, is that the song that goes like that?
like Day and Night. I toss
Oh,
turn.
okay, I know that shit. Okay, that's a good song.
I think that first album was produced by Kanye. I think it was produced by Kanye.
Oh.
And they're a pretty big duo nowadays. They fell apart after a while, but then they got back together to do Kids See Ghosts, and that was huge. That was really cool. Um, let me just double check. Yeah, Day and Night came from that. Pursuit of Happiness came from that.
So it's a new album?
Solo Dolo. Yeah, it's the third one. Soundtrack to My Life with it. Simple As, that's a good one too. I mean, that first album was fucking amazing. He couldn't have asked for a better entrance. But then Man on the Moon 2, The Legend of Mr. Rager comes out. Fucking I love that album.
Hmm.
Mojo's So Dope and Mr. Rager are like there are no other there are no other rap songs I can compare it to. I feel like they're wholly unique. And maybe that's a bold thing to say, but I mean that. Like there's no other songs that sound like this. Mr. Rager is kind of like an adventure too. It's a really cool song. A bunch of other songs on that. Ghost, Maniac. I like those songs. But anyway, It's been years, and everything after that album Kid Cudi has released has been decent to shit. And then when he
Mm.
met up with Kanye West, he started to pump good stuff out. And now he did Man on the Moon 3. And I knew it was going this way because he did a song with Eminem called Man on the Moon. Moon Man meets Slim Shady or something like that. It was really
Okay.
fucking cool. It was actually, I really liked that song.
Hmm.
It was a mellow kind of rap, but it was really cool. But then Man on the Moon 3 comes out, and I kind of listened to it in chunks. And man, I feel like there's a good album here, and I think a lot of people will like it, but it is just so different from those old albums that it's
Mm.
like somehow, just like the Avalanches, it's too mellow for its own good.
Oh shit.
At least that's how I felt on the first listen. Maybe I'll listen to it again, but I just didn't feel that like maybe like one song on that album, two, were really attention grabbing, but fuck, they did not have their Mr. Rager or Day and Night or Pursuit of Happiness even. It was kind
Hmm.
of weird. It's weird how I could be waiting for some from these specific albums for so long, and I expect better, or maybe it just wasn't what I was expecting, and maybe they're better on their own rights. But it's weird. It was weird.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, that's the thing about expectations. Sometimes you want the similar thing, but that's not necessarily what the artist wants. So they try something different,
mhm.
and maybe it takes time to appreciate on its own.
It's kind of like how Linkin Park, their first three albums, like the fans unanimously agree are pretty good. Then after that, they become kind of like Imagine Dragons esque, where
Yeah.
but I don't want to compare them to that because Kid Cudi has proven himself that he's got a lot of fucking Kids See Ghosts is amazing. Go listen to that. That's an amazing album. Kanye West did Yee. I think that's what it's called. That's pretty much Kids See Ghosts Part One, and then Kids See Ghosts comes out. That's really
Mm.
good. Basically, what I'm saying is listen to the first two albums of any artist. They're going to be amazing, and then everything after that is downhill. That's a
That's
joke.
sometimes that's not true. Sometimes not true, especially in the rock genre.
No, that was true of Foo Fighters, and I fucking love the Foo Fighters.
I can definitely say that for Judas Priest,
Mm.
Motorhead, the first albums, not that great.
Well, I would definitely say familiarize yourself with these artists because they've released some really good shit.
Hmm.
I highly recommend the first two albums of the Avalanches. Highly, highly recommend. They're so good. Maybe the first more than the second, but trust me, you're gonna be humming these songs. You're gonna be thinking about them. Good songs. And Kid Cudi, I mean, those first two Man on the Moon albums were pretty good. Everything else is a toss up, but right now he's in a renaissance that I don't see him leaving anytime soon. So now's the time, man. If you were ever curious about Kid Cudi, first two albums and anything released in the past 3 years. Yeah, that's it.
Cool, cool, cool.
I really hope you don't sit on the Avalanches like you sat on Next View, because I feel like you, David, would love Since I Left You. Personally, I think you would love that album.
All right. I'll see if I can get to it.
Take your time, man.
I do take a while to get to new music. Uh, that's just how
Just
I am.
if you're working and you need something to help you go through it, trust. Many essays were done listening to that album.
All right. Well, speaking of you talking about avalanches with them making a song with Rivers Cuomo, I actually want to talk about Weezer.
Oh my god, I have another thing to talk about, but go ahead. You just reminded me. Thank you.
Uh, so I first want to say how I made an observation about the first two albums of Weezer. So I like these albums. I really do. Especially the first one, the Blue album.
Blue Album
I mean,
and
it is
Pinkerton,
classic.
fucking
Yeah.
masterpieces. Have you ever heard Pinkerton?
No, that's what I'm referring to.
Okay, yeah, Pinkerton's amazing. You just heard that?
Pinkerton's great. Those two. No. I've listened to them a while ago, but I made a new observation about them.
Okay.
Um, those two are great albums. Fantastic. I can listen. Those are part of my favorite like albums. I can listen all the way through.
Yeah.
Um, and but I realized just in terms of the content of what the songs are about, the Blue album is about them being fucking socially awkward virgins,
Yeah.
and it's funny. It's great. It's actually relatable,
Uh-huh.
especially. Um, and then once the second one comes out, it's actually like disillusioned, fucking MGTOW shit.
Like
I'm tired of sex. So tired.
it's kind of like
Like
the
so.
it's kind of like
Mhm.
the first album times 10, where it's like the sexual frustration is like grown to a rage-like state.
But it's like they're no longer versions, but they're more frustrated than ever. They're like
Man,
disillusioned, and it's funny. It's great.
someone made a great joke about that, where Weezer is music about sex from people who haven't had sex. So yeah, Pinkerton I think is a great emo.
God damn you, half Japanese
Japanese
girl.
girls, you do it to me every time. I remember one time when I went to Amoeba and I picked up that CD. My friends had never heard it, and I put El Scorcho and what was the other
I
one?
fucking love El
There
Scorcho. That's
is
my favorite
no
song on the
other
album.
one. Is it No Other One? What's that one?
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
I played El Scorcho. I played no other one, and I put on El Scorcho, and I knew the fucking car was going crazy when I saw my friend's brother reach over and blast the fucking radio halfway through the song. God, that's a good song.
El Scorcho is a weird song. Like I don't think many people would be into it, but
El Scorcho. Ay caramba. I think funny enough, name drop Anthony Fantano from the Needle Drop. I've been watching that guy for years, but I remember watching his video where he rates all of the Weezer albums,
oh,
and
okay.
he actually ranked the first two albums as the best, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But he mentioned one called Maladroit. I had never heard of. I heard one song, and I was like, "Hey, this is pretty good." He says that album is just is similar to Pinkerton. So it's
Mhm.
like if you want more Pinkerton, try that album. So I bought it. I saw it used at a local CD store, and I haven't even listened to it. But I'm just saying, like, if you want more Pinkerton, give that a shot. Maladroit.
Yeah. I think I'll just say my favorite. I think song from the Blue album
Mm-hmm.
is either the sweater song or the one where he talk in the garage one.
Is Island in the Sun on the Blue album?
That's the Green album
Damn, I love that one.
for sure. Yeah.
That's not
Also classic.
that's not to say that Weezer is a horrible band. Their first two albums are great. It's just that the albums after, they kind of like,
They've fallen off. They've
yeah,
fallen off in
they
terms of
seriously have. I
my
think
taste, especially. Yeah.
they excel at singles. I think they excel at singles, and that's about it.
Um, and they have so many other albums. I was trying to look up. They have fucking what Hurley and shit. Like what the fuck?
Like, I know people don't like Hash Pipe, but I like Hash Pipe. I think Hash Pipe is a fine song.
Okay, but I will say the Teal album is just a bunch of covers.
Yeah,
I fucking hate how they ruined my favorite color with that album.
yeah.
Fuck them.
The Teal album is unanimously considered to be one of their worst. Fuck that album.
Teal is my favorite color. Weezer, fuck off.
Rivers Cuomo were like, just drown, dude. You're done. But I'm glad you brought up Weezer. Is there anything else you want to mention?
Um, For Weezer, no, but I do have another thing I talk about.
It's a segue, so I know you wanted to do 2 in a row, but it's the perfect time to bring it up.
Okay.
So Pinkerton is Pinkerton and the Blue Album, but mostly Pinkerton, I feel, are the gold standard when it comes to Weezer.
Hmm.
Those first 2 albums, and I try to find that sound in their newer albums, and I just fucking can't. It's hard. So that's why I took it upon myself to create a playlist I call Weezer Likes.
Hmm.
So there's so many bands I listen to where I'm just like, this sounds like a Weezer song. Like this is like, so many bands were influenced by Weezer. It's insane. So much so that there's a guy on Spotify who made his own album called Zerwee.
Okay.
And his first album sounds like the Blue Album, but his second one sounds like Pinkerton, and it's so fucking accurate. It's so good.
Okay. Wow.
So after that, I'm just like, I'm just gonna make a whole playlist of all
Weezer like.
Weezer like really. It depends, but basically, the closer into the '90s, the more you'll find.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's insane. You really start to understand the impact Weezer has when you hear like all these sounds. It's There's got to be a specific sound when you get to hit a Weezer. Like it's got to be kind of like whiny, but dramatic.
Yeah.
It's got to be punk. And I'm gonna take this time to actually recommend a band that I think has a very similar sound to Weezer. Uh, did I seriously forget their fucking names? I love this band. They're one of my favorite bands. I forgot their name. Dude,
Okay, well, Weezer cast such a cloud. You know, you were just awestruck. You forgot the name of the other band.
I'm not. I'm gonna open that fucking playlist right now. I'm gonna find it. God, I'm so mad. I might even cut this out. Okay, so I'm gonna recommend Pavement. This band called
Hmm.
Pavement. They're from the '90s too. I don't know if they're as popular as I think they were, but they had some good songs. And they have an album called Wowie Zowie. That's my personal favorite
It's a
Pavement
great
album.
name.
A lot of people would say that. Oh, see, that shows how much of a big fan I am of theirs, right? Like, I can't even fucking remember anything. A lot of people will say that Slanted and Enchanted is their best album. I have that one too. It's pretty alright, but I feel like Wowie Zowie hits those '90s. What would you say? Alt indie punk kind
Hmm.
of vibe. Um, you want a band that sounds like a better version of Weezer,
Okay.
infinitely better. Listen to
Okay.
Pavement.
All
If you
right.
don't want to listen to the whole album, because it's a big album, I highly recommend Kennel District. That is one of my favorite Pavement songs of all time. Grounded and no, Grave Architecture. Those 3 songs. Fuck, I might even I might even put the playlist in the
Yeah.
YouTube description so y'all
Maybe.
can listen to it. Maybe you can tell me, hey, these songs don't sound like Weezer, or maybe they do. Honestly, I've been curating it, like listening to a lot of things, trying to make sure that all the sounds they vibe together. I even made a custom background for custom image for the playlist. So it's like it's a Japanese painting, but just with Weezer like in the corner.
Okay.
So,
Um.
oh, by the way, the guy who made the Zerwee albums, his name is Billy Cobb. Check him out.
Cool. 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 I actually have one more Weezer tangent I could get into.
Sweet. This is the Weezer
Um.
thing.
So I remember when I was younger, listening over the radio while someone was driving, how uh, Weezer and Foo Fighters were having a concert together,
Whoa, that's weird.
and it was they were trying to see, okay, well, what would you call the concert? Would it be the Wii Fighters? Would it be the Foo Weezer or something? I'm like, huh. I think I like Wii Fighters better.
Yeah, I like the Wii Fighters. It sounds like a little like youngins. I like
Or
that.
like a bunch of Wii men.
I don't want to say like dwarves.
No,
What's
like Wii man, like a bunch of them, bunch of guys.
how about just a bunch of Jason Acunas? Like
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah. That's what I mean.
awesome. Just clone Wee Man. Okay, I have genuine questions for you then. Um,
Whoa, on
so
the spot.
Weezer likes. I'm looking through this playlist, and I need to ask you:
Uh huh.
the pillows,
Oh,
are they
oh
Weezer?
no, oh no, 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 no! Don't do this to me.
Specific song,
I feel
brand
like
new.
I feel like okay. How's that go again?
It's an instrumental, but I mean,
Right, it is an
specific
instrumental.
instrumental.
Okay.
There's a lyrics
I,
version too.
okay. I
I
think
might
I
have
think I
it.
think that one is. I think that one is. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
What about the first song that plays in Fully Cooley?
Um.
It's called One Life, but I don't know if you'll get that.
Oh, One Life. I know. No, that
Yeah.
one was not Weezer like. I don't think so.
You don't think so? I think so. Okay, what about Little Busters?
No, I can't. It sounds different from Weezer, man. I can't. Maybe it's the Japanese. Maybe if it was in English, maybe it would, but I can't.
And Last Dinosaur.
That's way too energetic, though.
It's got that vibe, and it does kind of have the high pitched whininess that I expect from Rivers.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I'll keep those two, but I remove the others. I need this curation. I got Sonic Youth. I got Elliott Smith, Sufjan Stevens, Modest Mouse. They hit that shit. Death Cab for Cutie, totally.
Yeah.
Postal Service, same thing as Death Cab for Cutie. I got some Flaming Lips songs, but I don't know. I don't know if I would help me make the perfect Weezer album. It could also have new Weezer sound too, but if they, as long as they do new Weezer better than Weezer.
Hmm.
Point is, you gotta feel like you're listening to Weezer. Anyway, that's it. That's it. That's it. We're done with music. Uh,
All right.
Wait,
That's. I have one more music thing.
I do too. It can wait though. If you wanna go first.
Yeah, mine's small. So I started listening to Plastic Beach by Gorillaz.
Great album.
Um, yeah, I think I'm a third into it, and it is fantastic.
Yes.
I think I mentioned before, but I put it off because of it. I think it was mostly the 3D animation change and how I wasn't familiar with the songs. But man, uh, those are it's been great so far, and I will try to finish it.
Have you have you? Wait, you haven't listened to it at all?
No,
Have you heard
not,
Sweepstakes?
no, I left on.
That song's so underrated. It's like one of my newer favorite songs from that album.
Yeah, I'm like a third into it.
Oh man. Well, oh Stylo when that song, Stylo.
I think I
I
ended
mean,
on Stylo. Yeah,
Stylo is a classic. I mean, if I had
that
to pick,
was that's such a good fucking night driving song.
yeah, it is kind
God,
of like a what's that movie? Like a Drive kind of song.
yeah, definitely Kavitsky vibes. But
Uh,
but it's more cool. So it's. I mean, honestly, you could play that in the driving in the day too, but at night it has that like sinister feel too.
I feel like if I had to, well, one of my most favorite Gorilla songs of all time ever is Plastic Beach. I feel like it's one of the quintessential Gorilla songs.
Mhm.
You know, anyone who asks will say Empire Ants is one of their favorites. To be, what is it? The other Little Dragon feature. It's really good. Stylo. What is it? Rhinestone Eyes. So many. There's so many. Super Fast Jellyfish. I mean, you can't go wrong with that album. There's a song for everybody on that album. So good. So Some Kind of Nature. So good. So good. Cool. Just
Yeah,
want to.
that's it for me.
I just want one more plug for the Weezer like thing. So this song actually has a lot of history, and I didn't know about this until it showed up on my Spotify feed. But I'm like, that sounds like a fucking Weezer song if I ever heard it. It's one of the songs that actually encouraged me to make this playlist. But it was a lost song that I think somebody found, like a really fucked up file. Either they found it on a CD or a fucked up file on the internet, and they could not find the song for the life of them. Like they spent days, months trying to figure out where the song came from, and it turns out it was actually an unreleased song from this band that like didn't like they kind of just gave up after that one attempt. And they never really got anything
Mhm.
out.
The demo?
Yeah, and the demo it sounds like there's this really shitty, crusty sound to it that people like. They love the aesthetic about it.
Yeah.
But once the band found out what was going on, they actually released the original like non-tampered files as an album.
Oh,
So it's on
wow.
Spotify, as well as the original crusty version that people have come to like.
Mhm.
Death metal, spelled D, but every space has a what would you call it? The arrow, the forward-facing arrow on a keyboard. Fuck it, I'll
Uh-huh.
spell it out. I'll spell it out on the video. But the name of the song is Death Metal by a band called Panchinko or Panchico. This
Huh.
fucking song is like everything I wanted from a Weezer song. It's it's an instant classic when you hear it. Like
Damn.
it's totally the kind of song that would be huge right now. So I'm glad that this song finally got recognized. I'm glad this song got released. I'm glad people found this song, and highly recommend Pan Chico Death Metal on Spotify. So good, so good.
Well, in that vein, I actually have another thing I could talk about,
Sweet.
and it's I told Kevin about this recently, but um, in the files that I have from where I received the Gorillaz album,
Uh huh.
the song "Left Hand Suzuki Method" is different from the release. In the one I have, it is this cool, crazy rap song about these guys making money, and then the cops coming in, and then all these different rappers talking about what they're gonna do. But that's not the Gorillaz song. That's not a song by Gorillaz. The Left Hand Suzuki Method is what you would expect, but no one knows what the song is. It's you can look it up uh, on YouTube. It's a Left Hand Suzuki Method, and then the video thumbnail is like the Windows XP background,
Dude,
and
you
no one
would
knows what
be
the fuck this song is, but it's great.
you would be surprised how many people are like dealing with that. There's a YouTuber I watch called Wang who cool. Uh, he pretty much just talks about old internet history, like old. He's a real fucking lurker, man. He's seen it all. And he was talking about how there would be these mysterious songs that you download off of like Kaza or LimeWire,
Mhm.
all those websites, and you wouldn't know where the fuck they come from. Hell, I've even gone through that. I think I tried downloading an ELO song, and I just got a song file called Tough, and it's just this dude who's like, "I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Hey, put that down." Like it's hilarious. I've shared that file around. It's funny, but Yeah, that fucking because piracy is so rampant, it's so easy for shit like that to happen. You know, I would actually look at
And
that video if you're curious, David.
yeah, for sure. And though for the song I'm talking about, you look in the YouTube comments and people say it's the exact same thing that they downloaded the Gorillaz album and this song was there instead, labeled as a Gorilla song, and they don't. No one could figure out what song it is. And honestly, I am fine not knowing because what matters is the song itself.
Yeah, I mean,
And yeah.
part of the reason why I started buying CDs, I mean, because when you're young, like you totally pirate shit because everything's at your fingertips. But I would totally downloaded Gorillaz albums, but none of them were the right tempo. None of them were the right
Mm,
speed. None of them like it was always something off. So I had decided that I was just gonna buy the original thing and make sure that I had the raw files, raw CD, raw final, whatever the fuck.
hmm
Because I was tired of dealing with that shit. So
Yeah, that sucks when the music is altered just because of and it's not the original. Yeah, that I could see that. I guess that's a appeal of streaming sites, right? Because there's the original songs.
it's
You don't
like
have to deal with any of that shit.
they think they know, but they don't know. It's totally something else.
Mm.
All right, well, I guess that does it for music. I love it when we talk about music. We should make this a regular thing.
Well, that would mean I have to listen to more music.
Well, when it happens. Sometimes we don't talk about TV, sometimes we don't talk about movies. But yeah, I'm gonna make a conscious effort to bring up music more. I love when we do this.
I honestly could go for more music in my life. Like knowing more music would be better for me.
Like the Avalanches and my
Yeah,
Weezer playlist.
yeah.
Except it's not Weezer. It's Weezer Live. In
Uh,
fact, I'm gonna end the music segment by saying the description for my Weezer Likes playlist. Um,
okay.
it is for people who like Weezer but are too good for Weezer. So there you go.
Beverly Hills is a fucking bad song.
It's okay in small doses. Okay. So, God, it's getting late, but I'm full awake. I'm fully awake. I'm surprised.
So what I have next is games.
Me too.
Are you down?
And I've so much to talk about. So much.
Okay, shit.
And like I got messages saying that I want you awake tomorrow. Don't go to sleep or go to bed. This is more important.
Okay. Uh,
So I don't know if I want to get right into it. Should we just get into it?
yeah, fuck it. Come on, like we got a lot to go through apparently.
Okay, but we're gonna save the obvious for last because I feel like that's
Yeah,
gonna be okay.
yeah.
So we mentioned earlier. I'll start with the smaller one. Sephiroth is in Smash.
Oh yeah, did you do the challenge?
Hell yeah, I beat Sephiroth on every single difficulty. I suck at Smash Bros though, so it was very hard. Sephiroth challenge. It really isn't that difficult because at some point you realize that you can just cheese it and like kind of force him off the stage without having to chip off all his health.
Hmm.
I feel like Sakurai really should have attested to that. Like if you're just gonna push him off the stage, then why even have the health meter? But yeah, dude, it was fucking crazy, and I beat him with Cloud too, so I was really proud of myself.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah. I really hope this battle pass does well because I could go for another round of these. To be honest, I just don't know if I want to deal with like the shafting, because I feel like a lot of I feel like Nintendo's taking their sweet time this time, and I feel like people aren't ready to wait the long wait for this shit.
Yeah.
Plus, it gets excruciating and annoying seeing all these. Who's the next character? Is this gonna be this? Here's a fake leak. Like, fucking release them all already. Damn. Yeah.
I feel like at least announce them like shit.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping they would announce a new fighter because they said that they didn't put the usual like we aren't gonna announce a new fighter, and then at the very end they did. Like, you fucking assholes. But yeah, Sephiroth was cool. I also played Zelda 2. Not for
Oh
the
yeah,
first time
why the fuck were you playing that?
because it looks like a great game, and honestly, it plays awesome. It's just weird how you have to unlock everything individually, like it's some amazing power up. When I really wanted was one to be able to. You can't aim your sword down or up without getting a power up. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But really, once if you have like this is how I've been doing it because I've been trying to get the OG Nintendo Kid experience. I looked up the Nintendo Power Guide for that game, and all it
Oh,
is a map that tells you where everything is. It doesn't
oh
tell you how to
wow.
get it. It just tells you where everything is. And if you just do that, you can figure out what shit to get first. What like if you go somewhere and you can't progress, like okay, I got to go over here first. It's
Mhm.
it's a decent way to play the game now because now it's not so infuriating. Now that I know where everything is, it's just like getting there. And really, the difficulty is in like fighting the enemies because this game can kick your fucking ass, dude. And if you
Yeah,
lose,
I've tried playing it. I definitely know what you're talking about. The combat in that is fucking ugh. It's just
it's like
hard.
fighting knights is horrible. I had to regretfully. I hate that I did this, but I'm not made of time, people. I did the rewind to fight like one enemy like 20 times. It was so fucking hard, and it wasn't even that I was too weak. It was that like no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't fucking hit this guy. It's not like he's impervious either. It's just that his shield is like weird to like read. I
Hmm.
don't know, but interesting game. Way more fun when you have a map. I'm not gonna say go through a walkthrough, but if you have a map, you're golden. It's still I feel like it doesn't tarnish the experience of the game. What else? Uh, Galactus in Fortnite. Okay, so that was a big thing that happened.
I mean, he's a
So
big guy.
in space. Fortnite was a game I was playing a lot for the Marvel thing because I had Marvel events and whatever, and it ended with the Galactus event. I was really hype. It was actually fucking insane. Just pretty much you went into a lobby and you were just chilling with other characters, just waiting for the event to start, and then slowly Galactus just got closer and closer and closer to the planet,
Oh,
and it
cool.
actually the chills were like rising up, like holy shit, like that's he's fucking massive. And then he's like, I will consume your planet. And he like swipes you off of your hanger. Everyone falls off. It was fucking crazy. The actual event was whatever. Fortnite turns into a shoot 'em up and you have to like destroy Galactus and then the next season happens. But I
Hmm.
just think it's cool that they can have like those grand scale events and everyone can take part. Like
Yeah, yeah. It seems like what I would hear about like MMO experiences,
mhm.
but more accessible and flashy.
I feel like a lot of people, like a lot of regular Fortnite players, didn't really care for the Marvel battle season, but I'm so down for that, especially because they gave X-Men so much love.
Yeah.
You had Wolverine, you had Rogue, you had Storm, you had I think there was one more I'm forgetting. One, two, three, four. You had the X Force. I totally fucking bought those guys. You had to buy them, but that's like nothing for me. Fuck yeah. It was a cool season. was a cool season, and then the new season happened, and it has the Mandalorian in it,
All right.
and I started playing it, and then they made the game overly complicated, and I just like, nah, fuck this. I got other games to play, and I stopped. Until they announced in the Game Awards that Master Chief was in Fortnite.
Yep.
So I bought his skin, played it one time with a friend, and then stopped. I don't ever want to get another battle pass. I don't ever want to get another skin. I hope to God this is the last time I ever talk about Fortnite on this fucking podcast. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it seems like a skin, like a battle skin game. Like, oh, you just, oh, let's get the skin, and then
it's
I play the
addictive.
character.
It's addictive, but I had fun.
That's literally how Epic is on top as a publisher. It's because of that fucking addictive nature.
I had fun playing that game. All things considered, I like
Hmm.
that game. And it's funny. I said that I've always said every time I bring up Fortnite, Fortnite is the best single player experience in a multiplayer game. They have now made it more of a single player experience, and I fucking hate it.
Mm.
So yeah, once they made it, anytime a game becomes too complicated, you lost me. You lost me.
Yeah, yeah. I had fun the time we played last time.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's I can see why it's not how people cannot like it, but I think it's a good game. All right, David, that was three short things. Go ahead.
I mean, I played recently because Res Infinite was on sale, and I actually played it. I mean, I had it on PlayStation VR, but
I
fuck, that
played it
system
for the
sucked.
first time on your PlayStation.
But oh yeah, you did. But I got the PC version. Oh man, so much better. So much better graphic
Res,
wise, control wise.
I
Um,
think I don't think I don't think I'm out of the rage when I say this. I think that's my favorite game I've played on my VR.
mhm.
Honestly, like Res Infinite and maybe Accounting Plus were such fun experiences. Only because like VR, maybe it's just me, but it's just fucking hurts my eyes after a while. And I feel like those games were an experience where I didn't really have to put so much like strain on my eyes to enjoy them.
Mhm.
And even then, Res is just such a fun arcade game, and like you can turn around and like your head becomes the camera, and that is just so cool and innovative. I love that so much. Uh, it's a great game. It's a great game.
And I've only played the res part. I haven't played the infinite part, which makes the VR, which takes advantage of the VR
Uh,
experience. Um, I died because I didn't realize the boss's attacks were attacks.
I
Um,
died on the final boss, like the final boss, only because I didn't realize how you blocked its attacks. It's like I
mm,
did everything to get the final boss, like not the last boss, the final boss,
mhm.
and I fucked it up. But
Nah,
I want to replay it again. I want to beat that boss. That game is so good.
yeah, I was just bopping my head. That music and I got chills at some point because of the visual. That fucking Mizuguchi shit.
That
He
music at
really hit out of the park with that game.
the last level's music is the best music in the entire game. That last level music is so
Mm.
good. It's a remix too. I didn't even know that. I heard the original and it's like nowhere near as good. Nowhere near as good.
I need to see if you can still use the trance vibrator with that shit.
Nah, I doubt it.
I think it worked
Uh,
on the Xbox version.
hmm.
Um, but I'll say one more thing about Res. When I was installing it, it uh it took up 666 megabytes. I think Res is the devil, but I'm okay with it because it's a funky devil.
The Fevel,
The funk devil.
the fuck, the fuck. All right. I played Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. It's the same game as Puyo Puyo Tetris 1, but you have 5 characters and the story mode isn't as good. Next.
All right.
That's really all I have to say about that game. I got
What
a
else you play?
Sonic ring because I pre-ordered it. What?
Yeah. What else do you play
Is that all you have left?
besides the obvious?
Uh, okay. I'm starting to get tired, but I want to talk about Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh, you played that? Awesome.
My friend lent it to me. I'm not. I think I passively mentioned it to him, and he decided to loan it to me. So I'm actually really not a big fan of.
Yeah.
I guess you could call it real time strategy, or no, it's not real time strategy. It's just strategy, right?
It's turn based.
Turn based strategy. There you go. And I've never really been big on it. I like the XCOM. That's a great game. And I tried out that Mario Rabbids one, but not for me. So I told him I tried it out, like because I played the DS one and I thought it was okay. I didn't beat it, but I was kind of down with the playing of the game.
Mm.
And I'd heard a lot of stigma about the other games, like the ones on the 3DS. Apparently, those games aren't very good, at least compared to other Fire Emblems. Fire Emblem Three Houses fucking blew my mind. Fire Emblem Three Houses is fucking awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people definitely been praising that one. It definitely took a lot of inspiration from Persona, is what I hear. But tell me which parts you really liked about it.
Um, okay. Well, one thing I really love in games, any game, class systems. Class
Yeah.
systems are my fucking shit. I love trying to get every class. I love trying to max my character's stats. My favorite Dragon Quest of all time is Dragon Quest 7, specifically because of the job system. It's so cool. And apparently it takes fucking forever to get everything in that game. Like mastering every job. I couldn't even do it. So imagine my surprise where in Three Houses you have a massive amount of playable characters you can pick from, different routes you can turn them into. Fuck, if you really wanted, you could make any character into any build you wanted and somehow it would work out. That game is awesome with its class system. And then you could upgrade, you can go to certain classes. If you boost one character into swords, you can go sword master, or if you're strong enough in bow, you can go assassin. No, you can go thief and then assassin. If you're strong in sword and strong in magic and you make it far enough, you could be oh fuck, I forgot. It's like a samurai magic master. Well, it was really cool. You could be a Pegasus knight. You could be a Wyvern knight. Those are like flying. You could ride flying dragon, flying horse. Uh, it's etc. etc. You could be a mage. You could make any character whatever you wanted to be. It's fucking awesome. I think that game is super cool. I mean, of course, certain characters excel in certain stats better, but if you really put in the time and effort, you could do everything. I haven't beat the first story yet, but I'm just having so much fun autistically meticulating who the best characters I should use, what are the best builds for them, what should I do this character? Okay, this character's going this way, so I should make this character going this route, but if I put this character in this route, then they can't do this. It's awesome. I love that so much. Um, Not to mention in Three Houses, there's actually different paths you can take.
Hmm.
So the first half of the game, it's I think it's pretty much the same no matter who you pick. So you can pick from the golden deers to the blue. I think it's the blue eagles,
Lions.
uh, blue lions, and the red eagles,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And depending on who you choose, the second half is affected. So I picked the Golden Deers because I thought his crew looked the funnest, and I was absolutely accurate because two of those
Yeah.
characters,
Golden Deers.
yeah, the
Fuck
three
yeah.
characters are the best in the game. When it comes to stats, they're fucking monsters. And, you know, every other character, like I would just recruit from different teams and I'd make it work. And it's cool. It's cool that you can recruit other characters. You can either get the right stats or you can make them like you, and if they like you enough, they'll ask you to join your class.
Mhm.
It's a great game. It's a great game. Even the battle system is different. It used to be like rock paper scissors, but now that's not even a factor until you hit a certain point. Uh, if you have like armor, axe breaker, um, sword breaker, bow breaker. It's crazy. It's crazy how much I guess customizability you have when it comes to your characters. But as far as first impressions go for a Fire Emblem game, this is pretty fucking rad. And I could already tell that the older games aren't going to be as customizable, but
Mhm.
I'm willing to give those other games a try. Because even my friend was like, yeah, the older games did that too. It just wasn't as easy as it is in this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you think about the? Because you have to like make relationships with your crew, right, to get them to level up or whatever in certain
Yeah.
aspects. How's that
I mean,
how's that part of the game?
you don't really like a lot of the time you boost your characters just by fighting in battle. Like you'll do an attack next to somebody and they'll like that, so it'll boost their like. Or you can take them to lunch to boost their mood because it's not. It's more like teacher simulator than it is a love dating sim.
Yeah.
So you want to increase your classmates' mood so that they're more motivated to learn, but you also want to increase their I believe it's called support. So they'll like you more, and then you'll have more. I guess you'll sync better in battle.
Mhm.
And also, you can obviously marry a character, but like that's besides the point. So you honestly don't really end up doing that stuff that much unless there's a character you seriously want to recruit. And once the first part's over, you can't recruit any more characters.
Oh.
Yeah. So I made sure to get all my characters. I mean, there'd be days where there's a mechanic in the game you can take a character out to tea, and that'll take some of your time out of the day. But if you do that and you answer every question right and like say the right things, you can like increase their likeness of you so much that you can recruit them in like one day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of shit you can do, but it's a pretty great game. I'm not gonna lie. It may feel bare bones compared to something like Persona, but God, it is. I just love that you can kind of just do whatever you want as far as character customization goes, or
Mm.
like class builds. Yeah, good game. Good game.
Yeah, it has a lot of characters, and I definitely heard a lot of good things about it. I'll probably check it out at some point.
Yeah, David, I think you would love this game. I think you would love this game. And
Awesome.
I just want to say that anyone who lets Marianne uh, die is a bastard, and she's my waifu. So just saying.
So stay away. So fuck off.
It's also Mercedes is a good choice, but Marianne is she needs me. Okay.
She needs me.
She does. Fucking love
Okay.
Marianne. Poor girl. She just wants to be loved. Uh, all right. God damn it, David. It's late, but I want to talk about Cyberpunk. We got to do it. We got to do it.
Well, you don't have to talk about it too much because you didn't get that far in it, right?
Yeah.
I actually beat the game today.
I
So
really
I
wish
don't
you
have
didn't. I really wish you didn't feel compelled to beat it before the Talkcast. Like first impressions. First impressions. Take your time. Do your sub quests. Go talk to
No,
Delano.
I did everything. No, fuck you. You
Oh,
wanna make it seem like I rushed through the game. I did not. I did all the side quests that I was able to get that I was interested in. Um, the main story. Honestly, I was surprised that it ended as soon as it did. I thought there was gonna be more, but it did go longer than I thought it was going to. Um, I had a good time. I can talk about it more once you play more of it, but it sounds like you're gonna wait on it. Um,
Yeah,
honestly, I give it a 4 out of 5, but I did not encounter a lot of bug issues. I did get too many crashes than I would like. Like, the game crashed more than 10 times, I would say.
I never got a game crash, never playing that game, but there were some glitches that were hard to excuse. Like sometimes I couldn't drive on certain pavements, so that's weird. But I'm like, okay, I guess I could kind of see that. So, but like, let's say I get off my motorcycle and I'm running to a place, V won't run, and I don't know why. And I take out my weapon and then I put it back, and then he can run again. So it's weird. Like, what's going on here? Um, that game is so unpolished. It'll upset me that I'm driving next to a car that hasn't even like fully rendered yet. Like the textures haven't even completely loaded on the car, and then you can slowly see it transforming into what it's actually supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that irks me so much. Um, Another huge, massive complaint I have about the game, that radio selection is horrible. Um, I found out that the game only has like what 18 songs in the entire game, maybe even less than that. That blew my mind. I only like the
That
Night City song.
I don't think
Um,
that's true. I mean, just looking at the credits, it's like 7 songs per station or something.
are you sure about
Um,
that?
yeah, in the credits, it actually lists all the songs on a station.
Hmm.
Um, but
I try to look up a
the
list of it, but I only ever get the new songs made for the game. It's like I don't want that. I want all the songs in the game. So maybe I'll look it
that's
up.
actually what they did though. They commissioned almost all the songs for that game.
Well, look, if you're not driving at night and you're not listening to the blues station at night, you're fucking up. You're not a real net runner. Also, I'm a net runner. Hi, my name is Kevin. I run nets, and I also do it with a katani.
Uh, I mean, jazz punk is its own game. That you know that game?
Jazz Punk's fucking hilarious. I love that game.
They should add a crossover instead of Death Stranding.
Speak for yourself.
Uh, um,
Death Stranding.
in terms of complaints,
You know what? Fuck CD Project Red. Let's talk about Death Stranding. I seriously can't believe so many people hate that game. They seriously didn't fucking get it. I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking about the gameplay. You didn't
yeah, the
get it.
gameplay was great.
Ooh, fucking amazing game. If you ignore that ass story, god damn, I love playing that game. Hell, I've been considering buying it again on PC. That's how much I love that game.
Well, if you do, you get the cyberpunk stuff.
Hell yeah.
Complaints I have about cyberpunk, and I
Telling me,
mean,
take me to the BTs. Alright, what?
oh god, it's, Norman Reedus and Keanu Reeves
Get the
calling
fuck
each
away
other.
from me.
They kind
Oh,
of have similar voices, actually.
yeah, they do. He's just. Then finally, BB in a really high pitched voice. Will you guys shut the fuck up?
Damn,
Alright.
baby, I didn't know he could talk.
Damn, Luke. Yeah, baby. Chill out. Hey,
So yeah,
V, I'm an asshole for no reason.
okay, Kay, I'm gonna ask you to stop. I need to talk. D
Alright.
speaking.
Sorry, D.
Uh, so I have two major complaints. I mean, it's not about the bugs, but it's the way that they designed the game. So one, there was a big. I mean, they both kind of fall into each other, but it's that there's a lack of choice in the game for an
Yes,
RPG.
there is. Mm-hmm.
There is not a lot of divergent options in terms of how to proceed about things. Um,
It's
there's only maybe a handful or less,
it's kind of
and
like
it's
a Bethesda game where they say that there's so many options, but really it's just like you're saying the same shit over and over again. Like it makes little impact
I mean, I
what
feel
you
like
say.
the Bethesda ones have more options than this one,
No, they
um,
do. You're right. You're right.
because you could totally end quests differently in a Bethesda game, but in this one, okay, for an example, in one quest, I'm given the option, it's optional to talk to these guys that have committed a bad thing, but they haven't technically hurt anyone in front of me. So I wanted to punish them for what they did, but I didn't want to kill them. So I used a non-lethal weapon and I beat them. But the game acted like I fucking killed them, like I shot them or stabbed them. And I'm like, wait, but I used non-lethal. And so I tried it again and I just punched them once and then they just flopped over dead. And the other character's
That's
like, you killed him. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? It's like they didn't even think that that would be an option. Like, come on. Like the only option is to either kill them or leave them alone, and they don't react to you, leaving them alone,
I feel like the
and they
only
don't come up again.
I feel like the only real options in the game are just your character builds, and sometimes those builds can come into effect when you're doing a quest. Like sometimes you can break the door open, you can't do that, so you got to sneak around. Sometimes you can talk your way through a conversation, sometimes you can intimidate, sometimes, but it's never anything substantial. Really, it's just like the side quests, and they all amount to doing the same thing. Like, it's not like it's a drastic difference, it's the same fucking quest.
Right. In that way, it is like Deus Ex, where I feel like that's the illusion of choice of Deus Ex. Like you can go about some things differently, but
Deus
in the
Deus
end, it is.
Ex is the fucking golden standard. I love that
Right.
game, and the choices in that game are phenomenal. Honestly, the choices in that game make or break it.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe it's the illusion of choice, like kind of like Undertale, where everyone says like, "Yeah, but that game, like what you do matters," but all that really means is, okay, so I can either kill everyone or I can not kill everyone, and I get two different endings, and that's it.
Hmm.
So, in in this game, it's just kind of like the illusion of choice. Like, yeah, things are different, but it's not a drastic difference where it's like I'm suddenly doing something else. And I feel like that's where this game really broke down because it was very clear from the beginning that they wanted to do a game where you pick a class and then you can go down three different story routes. But it really only amounted to the intro and like some dialogue, right?
Yeah, and they don't come up later on in the story really,
hmm
which
I
is a
also
shame.
I also heard that Keanu Reeves was just kind of like a cameo, and they were gonna do like different celebrities. I don't know if that's true. That might have been a bullshit rumor, but like I feel like the options were what was gonna make this game great, and it sucks because they were pushed so hard by everybody to get this game out that they totally cut content. And I don't know how big Keanu Reeves' paycheck was, but that probably didn't help either. I mean, he's a cool guy. Everyone seems to think he's a cool guy. So maybe it wasn't a lot. Maybe he did it out of goodwill, or maybe just for a small paycheck. But there were so many factors playing into them cutting content. And like they talked about how you would have an adjustable penis size or adjustable like genitals.
They didn't even have that.
It was just three choices. Like everyone was like, "You they cut story content. So you could have a penis." Um, yes, I only get like three options for my penis, and I'm not picking the small
You can
ones.
either
So
have foreskin or not foreskin or average or big. I'm sorry. Where's my tiny pecker?
Jesus
I want to be
Christ,
where's the
I want
pierced dong?
I want to be small but angry. It's like Jesus Christ, guys. I know you had to meet a deadline, but you sacrificed everything that made this game interesting to make a small little experience. I'm even certain that The Witcher 3 had more shit to do in that game. And I heard that the game Witcher 3 was like that at launch. Like it was like that when it came out, and then like the same way Cyberpunk, like it had a lot of issues and then it fixed itself over time. But this one is like such a major fuck up that they can't redeem themselves from this. Or well, they can, but it's gonna be
We'll have
hard.
to see what content they add in the next thing, the next DLC stuff. Or they're saying they're gonna have free DLC coming out. Like
Uh-huh.
we'll see what they add. But I did enjoy myself. I do think it was worth the experience. It was worth the price.
If you know, if they really want people to replay it and do different things, I think their free DLC should be genuine different story paths that you can do.
hmm
I think that's something they should do. Somehow they got to implement that. It's not like they have to craft the whole world again. It's just put characters, maybe put new areas, and work it in. It's so easy.
Okay. Did you play the part where did you meet Dexter?
No,
Okay. Did you go with Jackie to go fight at that one place?
which one?
It's like the thing right after the intro.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, where you picked up the body.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that place where you fight those guys, I
Uh
don't think this is much of a spoiler, but in a side quest, you end up in that tub,
huh.
and it's the exact same apartment.
That's fucking cool. I
No,
like that a
but
lot.
I feel like it's a reuse of just assets, and it makes it feel cheap.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I thought it was. I would think it was just a cool nod, but I mean, was it? Did it? Was the quest any less cool? Or
I think it was severely uh, hampered because of that, honestly.
I just hope that whatever DLC they do make for Cyberpunk, I don't want it to be like post game shit. I want it to be stuff that can be done during the main game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And even if they did do that, I would love it so that I like they're not gonna do this. I don't think they're gonna put in the effort because there's so much other stuff they have to put the effort into. I want alternate story routes if that's what they're gonna do because that would be so cool. It's like just make the game more how you envisioned before everyone got to it. But that's a dream. That's a dreamer's dream.
I give the game a 4 out of 5 as it is, and that's disregarding the buggy nature of it for the most part because I didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of bad issues with it.
Yeah, I was really enjoying that game. Little things that piss me off, but I'd say 3.5. Like it's better. It's better than a 3. It's at least a 7 out of 10. But God,
I think I think the ending parts of it really helped how I felt about the game though. Like it grows to being better.
see, but I heard that it has like a Life is Strange kind of ending where it's like nothing you did before that mattered, and then that final choice matters in the final choice.
No. I'm gonna disagree.
Okay.
I think well it depends on the route you take and there are differences that can happen because of things you've done before into what happens at the end and my ending reflects that and I thought it was cool.
Well, at least it was decent. At least it was decent. At least it was well, not playable, but at least we enjoyed it, you know?
Yeah, I'm
Now,
I'm glad it came out when it did. For me personally, but for a lot of people and for CD Projekt Red in particular, they really could have used a lot more time before it released.
yeah, absolutely. That they are fucked. I don't know if they can come back from this. Like, how much money did they have to begin with?
They had a lot of money. I mean, they with the money they've made so far, they've made back on the money it took to develop it. So,
Okay, so even though they lost so much money, they still gained money.
well, they made up the cost it did they used to make the game. So,
So they didn't lose anything. They didn't gain anything really.
well, they're losing value in terms of their stocks, but the
Yeah.
fucking stock shit's always a mess. You have to please the investors.
Well, I'm sure Sony's pissed at them. So, how much
Sony's
you want
so
to bet? How much you want to bet that Microsoft's gonna buy CD Projekt Red?
ooh, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Huh.
Hey, Witcher's still on PC. Witcher's still on PC.
Hmm.
I
That
could
would be a move.
I could see it happening. And even though this is a blunder, they're clearly competent. Like
Right.
they can
Right.
clearly make a game. It's just that this one time they gambled and they made a bad gamble.
It's funny. It's funny. So Bethesda made Fallout 76,
Hmm.
and then Microsoft bought them.
I
CD
remember
Projekt Red came out with Cyberpunk. Maybe they'll buy them.
everyone was saying that Sega was gonna buy. Xbox. Microsoft was gonna buy Sony. Not Sony. Sega. And it never happened. So we'll see. But
That
I
would
could
have been
totally see
sick.
that happening. Yeah. I would have welcomed it. Fuck. I miss Sega. Oh, I'm sorry. I miss Sega's IPs. That's what I
Yeah.
meant to say. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize Rez was a Sega game.
What?
Yeah, Rez was made by Sega. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. I did not know that. Is that it for games?
That's it. Like in general, isn't it?
I have some personal stuff I could talk about that I do want to talk about.
Uh, sure. Go ahead.
It won't take too long. Um, well, I just want to say how since the last talkcast, I had to do an ass load of schoolwork.
Oh, I know where this is
That's
going.
why I wasn't able to get into Clone Wars, and I would have been Cyberpunk a lot faster if it wasn't for that. But um, it ended up okay. I used the power and knowledge of anime to really help me out to write a lot of papers for my classes.
How does it saying? I have the powers of God and anime on my side.
Oh no, God hates me. I already know that. Um,
I'll be quiet.
so I did a paper on the anime industry around the world.
Hmm.
Um, and other things, assignments, and I put anime in part of that. But
Yeah.
the biggest is I had to do a more than 10-page paper on something. Like I had to analyze it, and I picked Berserk.
Hell yeah. Handsome topic.
Um, I had to pick something that I could really dig deep on, and Berserk. There's so many layers. It's so great
Yeah, it
that I
is.
had that it made sense. It was something I could talk about that much for.
Hell, we even have a whole Berserk analysis that hasn't been uploaded because it's so fucking long. It's like,
Yeah, we'll get to that.
yeah.
We'll have that up at some point.
Hmm.
Um,
Patience.
but yeah, it's gonna say Kevin was there when I was making it. He helped a lot.
You're
Um,
welcome.
and that I did well in the semester thanks to anime. I actually passed all my classes. I did well. So thanks, anime, for being part of my life. And
So, fuck anime. Why didn't you thank me?
I did thank you.
Okay, but you didn't say it on the Talkcast where everyone could hear you. I stood
Shit.
up a whole night and then I sacrificed doing things with the other friends because I wanted this fucker to pass. Plus, he was
And
doing
I
it on
did, so.
He doing it on Berserk. You know what grade he got? He got a fucking A. Got an A because I helped my homie. Stood up all night helping this guy. And
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Thanks.
you're welcome, dude. I'm being an asshole, but it was fun. Berserk is something I'm very passionate about too, so I was more than happy to land in my ears. But also, I love peer review. I also love critiquing. I love being critiqued in a, decent fashion. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun for all of us. I'm glad you passed, David. Really, it means a lot that I could help you get where you needed to be.
Yeah, and as you said while we were writing it, that paper made you orgasm multiple times.
Oh yeah, his paper was fucking fantastic. I mean, it was rough around the edges, but then once we reached the bulk, the juice of this paper, let's just say I made some juice of my own. So, yeah.
Well, I think that's it for me on this Talkcast.
That's pretty much it for me. I'm exhausted, but right now it is Christmas Eve, and though this may not have been the Christmas themed podcast we all wanted, it's not really a festive time. But I would just like to end this off by saying Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. Randy Ramadan, whatever it is you may be celebrating at this time.
Is that the Ramadan where everyone fucks?
Yeah, dude, the Randy Ramadan. They're all starving
They
and they need to
don't
have
eat,
sex.
but they're horny as fuck. They're hungry
Yeah,
but horny. Got it.
they fuel their sex right after the massive orgy. Um,
They wash their
Goddamn, David,
feet because it's dirty.
I was
'Cause,
trying to make this heartfelt and you made it hilarious. Damn you. Well, anyway,
all right. Well, happy horny holidays, everyone, and have a new year.
yeah, and also, please, for the love of God, take care of yourselves. We're almost at the end of this. We're almost at the end. The vaccine's around the corner. 2 doses is all we need, as far as we know. Pray to God. Everything will be okay. Even if you don't pray to God, just fucking have faith in yourself that you'll get through this. And maybe your New Year's resolution doesn't have to be anything crazy. Maybe your New Year's resolution will be, I'll beat COVID. I'll beat COVID. I think that's all anybody really wants is to beat this. And I think we've done a pretty good job so far. All things considered.
Stay safe. I'm glad you're able to hear this. I'm glad I hope you got enjoyment out of this year of Talkcast, our second year.
And man, I'm gonna be so fucking happy when we don't have to talk about this damn virus anymore.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good night, everybody.